cancer?
I mean, I wasn't going to suggest legendary anyway. I'm not good at shooters.
I mean, the thing is, we had a
And
pretty
I don't trust
alright.
you to carry.
Well, the thing is, with Halo 2, if one of the people dies, you both go back to the previous checkpoint on legendary. So, yeah, when me and Baz played, it was just absolute atrocious.
So, where is the invite? Maybe I can just click join.
Yeah, you should also be able to join me. I'll send you an invite.
Done.
There we go.
It was listening to C-Fusion's problem. Then I remembered what I did today for work, which was aligning the decimal point in RTF files.
That sounds absolutely atrocious.
Thanks, it is. Well, it's a bit more elaborate than that.
Is it like
and also not today. I did.
Is it like implement correct precision or something, or?
Yeah, the thing is, for this study, for now, we're doing like not complete runs. It's a COVID study, so they want to monitor it like once per month to see if they need to shut it down. So we create the output RTF files from raw data instead of going raw data, standardized table, different standardized table, RTF files. So usually you have 3 stages of where fucked data gets normalized, and we are dealing with pure fucked data. And because the study is ongoing and it has like what, I think 15 hospitals by now, and half of them in Latin America, and these cunts don't know how to put laboratory units in consistent units, or to even denote what units they're using.
Oh, that sounds fucky. Oh my god. Yeah, so you gotta all put it straight on one line. That sounds awful.
Yeah, so, and the thing is, well, as far as I know, setting up game? What? As far as I know, like, some companies don't. Oh, we can't skip this. We can't skip it.
Yep.
Some games don't bother with. Not games. Some companies don't bother with. Oh god, this gun looks atrocious.
You can dual wield now as well.
So,
look, we're playing.
Nitro, will you be finishing the fight?
What fight?
No, you know what? Like famously at the end of Halo 2, it ends on a cliffhanger, and he's like, "What are you doing, Master Chief? Finishing this fight," and then the game ends.
I mean, I've already played every single Halo except for 5, so.
And I'm skipping all the cutscenes.
I remember, what was it? Apparently they ran out of budget.
Yeah. I mean,
so they basically just didn't finish the game.
I think we're dead.
Okay, I'm dead. You're dead. I'm pretty much alive. Because somebody stood right. Oh god, it's burst shot. Please make it stop.
Wait, isn't you burst? I don't remember that.
These don't burst.
Oh, these are the DMR?
No,
I'm not using the DMR, I'm using the SMG. Yeah, the battle rifle is burst. I don't remember you streaming the RTS. Okay, you're right. I've only played the FPS games. Shadow, what the hell is this doing? No, I've heard the RTS are actually really good. At least the Halo Wars 2.
RTS on a controller.
Oh, I'm dead. Is it me? Oh, Halo 2 looks worse. In old graphics mode, that is, than Halo 1.
Oh yeah, is there an old bro? Doesn't want to switch for me. Well, doesn't matter. What the hell is the AI doing?
Don't know. So yeah, and the fun is, so we have this data with like couple of hospitals put in the units, and we have the standard units, and some hospital has data for, don't know, neutrophils are 10,000, 12,000, 13,000, 15, 22. Just 15, just 22.
Just 15, just 22.
Yeah, and in theory, like for example, the in C units, it should look like it should be like 15 proper. So, but first we get the data that is in thousands. So we assume we need to divide all their data by 1,000. Then we get data that is just 15. Then we ask them, what the fuck units do you use? They say, oh, we use divided by 1,000. Why do you get 15? How do you even get it? Because, like, if they have 5 digits getting like 15 or even better 3, I don't believe them. And also, like, yeah, it's theoretically possible, but just put down
Highly
0, you
unlikely,
fucking
yeah.
monkeys. So we have to manually convert stuff without knowing.
You know, this sounds very accurate research. You know, we'll have just to change some numbers, you know, we don't know what's going on, but
I mean, basically, we tell them to that fuck off until you give us proper data.
probably the best approach.
And then it all comes to that we need to have all these laboratory units in a column, and the decimal point should be the same whatever the number of decimal points is.
You mean you should always have trailing zeros, basically.
No, not that. Vertically, the decimal point should be in the same column. You add or remove extra spaces to align them.
Yeah, I think okay, I see what you mean.
Oh yeah, very fun.
You know, glad it's you and not me. I'm just very busy not getting a PhD.
Hey, you're very not busy getting a PhD, which is a bit different.
I'm dead, by the way. Yeah, Eric, we finished Halo 1 last time. I've had some fun with units before, but that was mostly related to the software just giving me raw floats, and I needed to calculate what is it called again? How accurate the value was. You know, the margin of error. You can't really do that well when you have infinite precision data.
And to be honest, like there is a data management unit that, in theory, should fix this data, and they're the real suckers, I think, because at least we get to do some like light database coding.
The Covenant must have brought something with them.
Hmm.
A bomb.
And they sure as hell brought
And
one here.
I mean, it's not fun, but it pays. And for Russia, it pays surprisingly a lot.
I mean, you're a Russian too, right? So that helps as well.
Yeah, but the thing is that I had looked into doing same in Canada, at least at first, and in Canada it may not be as lucrative.
Huh. That is interesting. Because how far along are those plans to go to Canada, Stan?
I mean, I sent my what's its name? My diploma.
Yeah, you're a diploma over.
Raise it, and then I need the. I'm dead.
Nice slip.
I need to get new foreign passport to travel.
Oh,
Because
yeah, the
my
passport
expires in
thing.
June, and they updated the law recent. Dual wielding is kinda ass. I think I'll stick to single. Because you used to be able to renew your passport in an embassy, and now you have to go back to Russia.
Oh, yeah, I mean... No, but that's pretty strange, because I'm pretty sure for the Netherlands you can do it in any embassy, yeah. Russian state trying to control you once more?
I mean, maybe it's for like draft dodging.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I know it was a
Which
problem
I,
for
in
Aftish.
theory, have already successfully done.
It's not an embassy in the Netherlands, it's a Dutch embassy elsewhere. Hey there, pizza. I mean, it's a good way to kind of even more control your population.
I think like they don't really want to control the population. Like, if they really wanted, they could have closed the borders like it was in Soviet Union, and that would be it. They, in theory, don't mind people emigrating. In fact, they like it because it's easier to rule dumb people.
Yeah.
And that everything here will fall
Damn.
apart without at least some less dumb people.
Damn it.
Doesn't bother them.
Sure, you go to any consulate democracy embassy as well. Yeah, exactly. It's really a weird thing, but I think what Aftish had at least is that they want to draft you if you go try to get your passport when you're still of draftable age.
Yeah, that's why I waited till I'm of undraftable age. Why he did as well, I assume.
Yeah, after she actually wanted to come to, I think, one of the PDX cons, but that was an issue.
Oh hell yeah! I just got a assignment deadline extension.
Wow, nerd. Not just
Oh,
doing what I did.
I was prepared to pull like 4 all-nighters if it need be to get it finished, but you know,
I mean, if
I
you
would like to
spend
not
your
pull 4
time
all-nighters.
coding it instead of voting on streams and
Well,
bullying
I'm
people
sorry.
into supporting you.
Hello.
I don't know. What is it? Trying to what is it? Rally support for a revolution is slightly more fun than, you know, doing programming.
Yeah, but funding support for revolution doesn't pay.
See, Fusion is
unless
just in chat because I don't know. He's nothing better to do.
Unless
yeah,
you're in Afghanistan.
I'm reading a lot of documentation, and I'm planning out how I finish it while I'm chatting around. When I'm actually coding, I'm not actually typing that much. Oh yeah, got a 3-day extension.
Yeah, I got an extension for my internship report by just not having it done. It was very easy.
I mean, you're not getting paid, right? So.
Oh yeah, unfortunately not.
So yeah, you know, I'm getting paid for my PhD, so you know.
What a nerd.
I'm sorry.
I can't wait till I finally get paid for doing jack shit.
Hey, I'm technically not getting
I
jack
think I
shit.
told you what the average PhD stipend is here.
Oh, I make so much more than the average PhD stipend.
No,
Yeah, but
no. Do you even know how much it is here?
How much is it?
Like, do you want to guess?
I don't know the ruble conversion rate very well, so.
I mean, you can guess in dollars.
Sure, I don't know, like $10,000 a year.
A year. Yeah.
Divided by 10.
$1,000 a year. Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
seriously?
I mean,
that's nothing.
I mean, $100 per month.
That is fucking sad. Jesus Christ. You can get more money by, I don't know, making sandwiches at Subway for, I don't know, 3 hours.
I mean,
That's absolute peanuts.
that's what comes from the government. In theory, you should get employed in the lab, and you'll get like, I don't know, like
Sir,
2
orders,
times more,
fire control
2.5,
center. They have a bomb.
which
But
is
still, that's
know,
nothing. That's
Chief's help to make contact
So
with
so
the
basically, it's you make your actual money from doing like TA and RA work.
Fire at will.
you sell drugs on the side. I don't know.
I mean, generally the case is if you're into science, you're generally not making money.
Sir, orders have breached the fire control center. They have
Sounds very Russian.
Defuse it.
Yes, but I'll need the chief's help to make contact with the detonator.
Like, you know, it's a typical payoff of we don't pay you money and we don't expect anything from you in return.
Yeah. But yeah, see, Fusion, you earn money by exploiting the poor, so
Well, I stopped doing that. Technically, I stopped doing that.
First echelon, you're with me.
what? Oh, well, I guess I got teleported.
Yeah, I quit my job,
you've-
so I sort of stopped exploiting the poor.
You actually stopped doing that, man. But who
Well, I
will
mean,
pay me
I can't
I
extraordinary?
can't do that at my job. That job actually needed time. I spent like 6 hours, 5-6 hours a day just like programming. That was
Imagine doing stuff at your job.
Now you don't have extraordinary amounts of money to throw my way during crowd controls anymore.
more than enough. Okay, I have savings.
To be honest, Nitro, he probably has like 350 to throw at you.
Oh, I mean, I could easily buy you a PS4. What was it? PS5?
You had the
Make you a
PS5
PS4.
tier.
Yeah, I could do that pretty easily, but that's still a kind of a waste of money.
What happened to buy me AC tier?
That is the PS5 tier.
Yeah, so he needs a heater during the winter, so he decided on PS5. Got it.
Because I already had an AC.
Yeah. I think it was just buy me AC tier. Wasn't it was just kind of what you
Where
said
will
in
this
passing
mission finally?
Yeah, it was
before you
about the same.
added it to the
Yeah.
before you added it to the Patreon, and then it became the PS5 tier.
Take
Thing is, if I
forever.
can sleep on a bed of PS5s, is that really living?
If you don't have 5 PS5s, are you really even living?
Yeah.
You need 3 PS3s, 4 PS4s, and 5 PS5s.
Exactly. I
Yes,
already have
Fusion,
one
I've
PS1.
also seen these 3 loading ready run sketches.
I have indeed seen that sketch. God.
Oh no,
Apparently they-
it's a
apparently
bridge.
they-
Please, no bridges.
Oh, no bridges. Apparently they actually got a lot of shit for that because people were like, "Wow, nobody can get PS4s or PS5s right now," and you bought 5 of them.
Weren't
I
there
mean,
like
people are retarded.
empty boxes or something stupid?
I've
seen that sketch.
Empty
A
cases.
bit
Yeah.
like it's dumb because it seems like it's one guy that got 5 PS5s, but loading ready run is like 12 people, and that 12 people got 5 PS5s is whatever.
No, they didn't even have 5 PS5s. They had like a couple PS5s, and then some of them were just empty shells.
Admiral, do what you can against the second.
No, they had 7. They
Oh, okay.
gave away 2
Okay.
And that.
because yeah, they
The joke was one guy had 5 PS5, but
Yeah.
their entire employee base had like 7 between all of them.
no, they got 5, they got 7, and they gave away
Gave it 2 of them.
2 during New
Okay.
Year stuff.
I see.
Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
No, the only console I actually have 2 of are I have 2 NESs.
How many CDIs do you have?
I'm dead.
Just one.
You also dead.
But it's Belgian, so it burns a hole in my heart.
I see.
Why would you
Can you get a
have
Dutch one?
any amount of NESs?
Form up. Follow my lead.
Because
Can you get a Dutch
NES.
CDI?
No, they're all made in Belgium.
Oh, okay.
Damn it. Get oh, I think they're dual wielding. Yeah, that would explain why.
Unfortunate.
I'm very unfortunate. I mean, the CDI works barely. So,
Carrier completely ignored us, sir. Flew through the Malta's debris field and
kind of makes sense that it's Belgian. I still like to grab a PS5 because I want to play Demon's Souls Remake instead of the original, but That's not strictly necessary either.
Playing games is not necessary. More news at 10.
To smuggle in more superior. Oh yeah, I've got 2 SNESs. That is very correct. I asked Shadow to bring me a NTSC one. Because I wanted, because it runs faster.
Ah, fucking NCC, I hate it. I think I told the story.
I'm not
about
sure.
PAL and NCC PlayStations 2.
You actually
I'm
had
dead.
legit PlayStations in Russia? I thought you all had like
had
those
legit PlayStation 2, and then my... Where respawn here again? Fuck me.
Everyone, form up. Follow
I,
my lead.
I had legit PlayStation. I had legit PSP that
Damn
wasn't hacked.
I hacked all my consoles as far as I could and as far as made sense.
You are a hack, though.
You're not entirely wrong.
Completely ignored us, sir. Flew through the Malta's debris field and headed straight for Earth.
And bloody hell. Thank you.
Why are these guys not dying?
Because we're not hitting him. But once I get my PhD, I'll probably earn a alright-ish amount. Maybe like 2k a month after taxes. Could be worse. Not as good as 6 figures, just exploiting the poor, but
yeah,
you know.
PAL versus DS, it was my dad who arrived with Prince of Persia's Two Thrones,
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Kicks and so on from
You got
USA.
the wrong version, so you couldn't actually play it.
Yes. Where should we go?
Just so you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb. You may need
Every
to
time I
get
hear
in
about
there.
what you, the amount of work you do, and how little you get paid, is quite sad.
Me? I get paid.
Well,
Kinda
Nitro
now.
specifically, because every single time I think about, oh, I'm doing this, and I just said, oh, I did that, and then Nitro already did it or something, and went through a shitload of work to figure out how to do it, and I got paid a lot of money to do it, and Nitro got paid jack shit.
Yeah, but then again, you make
think I
plenty of
killed
poor
Nitro.
life choices. You may have. I mean, I'm pretty sure that a lot of it
Kidding.
also.
I'm backhandedly mocking his life choices.
Exactly.
Oh, I've fallen through the map.
Oh, nice. I'm pretty sure that if I also you
The
can do this
cross
sort of
forced me
stuff.
through the map, and I.
Oh yeah, Bass, you have a game in mind for torturing Nitro? Because I have no idea what I would pick.
I mean, just pick any of the watch and play games.
Yeah, but I also want it to be less painful for the viewer.
I mean, there are no such games.
Because, what is it? My first idea when thinking of game that would cause Nitro pain is Super Seducer, but that also causes all the viewers lots of pain.
But I already played Super Seducer 1. Might as well do
Oh,
it
you play
2.
two. You could play
Exactly.
two.
I mean, pick Quiet Man.
I don't know that game.
Because it's a pain to play, but it's kind of funny to watch.
There we go.
Oh, is this the part where you fly the bomb over to the other ship?
No, I think that's later.
Okay.
How many missions in Halo 2? 12?
I think so. I don't know. We didn't watch the cutscene because Hamster skipped it.
Why wouldn't I skip
So
the cutscene?
why did I get the
If I don't
achievement
skip
for
the cutscene,
completing
I
the
may hear
mission?
Halo's plot.
Why did I get the achievement for just completing it when I already did that? Okay, there's 13 missions in Halo 2.
That's a lot. That's one less than fantasies I'm having, though. Why is
Sorry, what
Berk
was it?
1 it's
I probably
taking
could have
so
just.
long to set up the game?
I don't know. We had the same issue when me and Bass played this originally. What was I trying to say? Yeah. I probably could have gone into programming and actually done better paid work earlier, but no, I decided to go into chemistry. In that case, it was a mistake.
I should have gone to programming from the start, despite what my parents said.
If I would have done
I would
computer
also have
science, I
studied
probably
with
would
more
have.
of my friends.
All my friends kind of did extremely different things that wouldn't have happened for me. But oh god, they actually had they have a game development education in Utrecht. That is it's absolutely the worst. If you just imagine
No.
the worst Zoomer kids going to
Reestablishing
do game
connection.
dev.
What's wrong with this game?
I don't know. It's still loading
Why
for me.
are we reestablishing connection?
It's setting up game here.
Yeah, I don't have a tendency to play games that make me suffer, so I actually can't think of any.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly the issue, Pizza, because they're it's one of those educations where you're doing a bunch of different things. So it's 3D modeling, programming, simple game dev. And a lot of kids don't know what they want to do, so they go in there and say, oh, games, those are probably cool to develop, right? And then they get their ass kicked by, this is a memory layout. This is programming. This is how shit works.
Who the fuck is Chips Double?
Shake it off, Marines. Clear the crash site. Go.
I got an achievement that you fought with Chips Double and listened to his words, and I absolutely didn't.
I think it's one of those parasite achievements, the ones that you get if you play with someone else who also has it.
What? Also, where are you?
Oh, I just got it. I'm running on and killing enemies. Maybe it was one of the Marines, I'm not sure.
Also, why are we suddenly on Dust 2?
We're on Earth.
No, this is Counter-Strike.
So, I don't know if you knew, but Counter-Strike actually takes place on Earth. Yeah.
No. There are no terrorists on Earth. Or counter-terrorists.
They do now. Yep. Here they come. Up high.
Will this... Can't shut up.
Well, those guys are dead. Where the hell do we go now? Oh.
It was kind of
there's
funny.
another one.
My friend who got me into this statistical programming for medical trials. I'm dead, by the way. A couple of months ago, we found out that he had less. He earns less money than me, despite being in the industry for 2 years more. Well, we're in different companies because I failed the interview to their company. So he went to go to do some interviews. Didn't really get anywhere with them, but got a 100% raise. So
Nice.
he decided to stay.
This
That
does
is
look a
not
lot like
bad.
us too.
You know.
But I mean, does he do data science as well?
It may not be the best industry, but it's nice that you can get a 100% raise.
From my experience, data analysts are not extremely common, so even the fact that you can do it is... They're very wanted. I'm pretty sure that even with my very lackluster data science experience, I could get a job in the industry as well.
I mean, starter job in this industry requires literally nothing.
Man, that I could maybe even, be a little bit better than a starter.
I mean, they are almost willing to hire people who have a vague idea of how to code and a vague idea of what statistics is.
I mean, the thing is, my dad, he works in IT as well, and he basically says that there's such a shortage of people who are actually capable of doing shit that they just hire, they retrain people. They take people who have literally zero training and pay for their retraining. because
In
it's
general,
so impossible to get people.
Yeah, because where are you? I'm still dead.
I am in like the plaza and enemies kept spawning, but I'm not entirely sure
Also,
where to
it's not
go.
saying me teammate is in combat, and I can switch to watch you.
Oh,
Are
that's
we in
weird.
separate games?
Well, I died, so let's see what happens.
Talk to me. Should I start CPR? What's going on?
Waiting to respawn, teammate in combat.
Clear the crash site. Go, go, go.
What the fuck is going on?
Steve Fusion, can you please die as well?
I'm pretty sure we're fucked. Let's just quit out and restart this.
I mean, I think we completed this mission. Can we do the next one?
No. We didn't. I didn't complete this. I don't have the achievement, so we'll have to do it again.
You don't
Wait, are you
have
guys
the
actually in
achievement.
different lobbies?
Yeah, he's no longer. You're no longer in my lobby.
Oh, that's funny.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could pizza. But data science, I don't know. I think I'd rather ram my head against a few walls before doing that. Even though it might pay
I
better
don't
than a
know.
PhD.
I definitely don't care about getting the work. Like the work I'd want to get is do nothing. So any kind of work is already not something I want to do. So whatever pays most for least effort works for me.
I mean, you could become a NEET. I don't know how it works in Russia, but I'm sure you could.
Not in Russia. And
So-
you know, one of the things about emigrating is usually they don't want you to emigrate and become a NEET. Because they have plenty of useless suckers there already. That's why they want immigrants.
I mean, you could just work in Canada for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years and then decide, oh no, I cut off my leg and I can't work anymore. And just be a NEET for the rest of your days.
I'd rather not cut off my leg. Plus, you know, if I plan to visit back my relatives, beatbox won't buy a ticket to Russia.
That's true. That's true. No, just take them with you. Just ship them over to
I
Canada.
just don't want to be NEET because I already was a parasite for long enough.
Aren't all Russians parasites?
Yeah, but I wasn't parasiting on other countries.
That's true. That's true.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't want to work, but I wouldn't want to go back to not working.
I'm kind of looking forward to just doing nothing for a few months between finishing my master's and a PhD.
Basically, so far my life has been try to live having the least amount of effort put in.
I mean, it's very much not a bad approach.
It's a very bad approach.
I mean, time you can't. I mean, you can buy time, but you can't buy it very easily.
Talk to me. Should I start?
No, you can buy time. It's pretty easy. You just
Okay.
tie your Steam account to
Hey, you're
Final
here.
Fantasy, and then you buy 1 month per 260 rubles.
Yeah, but playing Final Fantasy sounds more like torture than anything else.
I
Oh.
mean,
And I got
it's
kicked
more
out.
that- What's wrong with this mission?
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, I think I remember watching other people. I think it was some YouTubers try to play this mission multiplayer. They couldn't for the life of them get it to play because it just kept kicking people.
Yeah, the thing is, when me and Baz tried this, we couldn't even get the mission to load. No, Baz, we couldn't even load in. And now we can load in, we just get kicked out. I'll try once more, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just stop.
We got loaded in. We just got loaded in single player.
No, but like we were actually next to each other in this mission.
No, we weren't. I haven't seen you.
I saw you. Wait. I think.
Buying it. You
They loaded
dirty
them a few
Dutchman.
times too. I'm not. Maybe you're right. I don't remember. I really don't want to play Final Fantasy on the GameCube, Shadow. I know that Franco will make me play Final Fantasy after Halcyon 6 anyway.
Hey, C Fusion, here's a suggestion. Make Nitro play Final Fantasy 14.
Is that a bad game? Is it supposed to be a bad game?
I mean, it's an MMO,
Oh,
and
that's.
it's a Final Fantasy.
Yeah. I mean, MMOs are suffering in a different way.
I mean, you said punishment.
If you want to make me suffer, make me play Boy Band Simulator. That one's even worse.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I could make you play. Oh wait, no. Do you have an Xbox Connect?
A what?
A Connect.
No, I don't have a Connect. Wait, no, I do have a Connect. I actually
You want
do
to
own
make
a
him play
Kinect.
Steel Battalion?
No, do you want to make me play that? Do you want to play
Just
like
Dance or something?
that Star Wars Just Dance game?
Yep.
Oh fucking hell!
That would be really funny, I think.
I mean, in theory, my brother has my Xbox One, but I can borrow it from him. I mean,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
not the
that's-
worst idea. Yeah, sure.
How about Dominions 5?
I think I would rather die than play Dominions 5. That game looks like absolute garbage. It looks more autistical
to
to.
watch Dominion 5.
It looks more autistical to play than EU4. That says a lot.
Oh, that's fair.
How about
And
Gary Grimsby
there's a hamster. And
and the,
can you see
think
me?
it's working? I see you, yes.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah,
I don't
watch
play
Dominions
MMOs. I don't want to play Dominions 5. I've
Oh,
watched
so-
enough of that to know that I just really won't enjoy it.
5? Yeah, but would you play it if I made you play it?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I don't know. Dominions 5 is one of those games that I never watched a lot of it, so I never really got why.
Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't watched a lot of Jake play Dominion 5 either.
That's true. I think, okay, let's say it this way. Dominions 5 is not a game that I would refuse if used with it, control the schedule. I played fucking Nep. I can't justify, oh, I won't play Dominions 5 because I might not like it a lot. No, I've played fucking Nep, so I'll play any.
You
I'll
can also force
anything.
Nitro to kill Chaos.
I gotta kill
If you want.
Chaos. Super Seducer was unironically a good game.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I want to think about that as well. Shadow, like, making me play 2 hours of an MMO or a little bit more is completely useless.
Where are we going?
There's a ton of enemies just spawning around.
Well, yeah, Super Seducer for a one-off was actually pretty funny.
It's amazing. Where can I hand... You played Super... Yeah, of course I played Super Seducer. It was a...
Of course.
It was a Control the Schedule game as well. Oh, no, it was a Patreon game, right? For one session, I think. It was pretty... Like, the thing is, it was extremely cringy. Which made it
Do we have to
pretty good.
just defend this place or what?
I think so. Because
Why
enemies keep spawning.
Saying that with a question mark, you played this game before. God
Damn
damn
it, I
it,
died.
friendly units are invincible. I
Oh
tried
yeah,
to
it was
kill
the
a guy
wheel.
and get his sniper rifle.
You can just ask for their sniper rifle. You know that, right?
Well, no, and even now that I know it, why would I? Are they Master Chief? No, you are get killed. You are getting killed. I can't in the
Wrong.
words.
I can
Jesus Christ.
Just burn my. Why would you burn my friendship certificate? That's nice. That's not nice. But if you want me to play Dominions, I can do that. but just think about it. You like Super Seducer? I wouldn't say I liked it. It's
no,
more as in
man.
like it wasn't a completely atrocious experience. It was hilariously idiotic. It's so bad it's a
mean-
good experience. You know?
Now after Jake's last one shot, you can just launch the minions.
You can just
For
say,
a
yeah,
second, say you played it and then play anything else, because technically you played it.
exactly. What are actual what do you call them again? Values? Sonic Riders 2 is a game that I would actually refuse just because I know that it's on the punishment list and I'll have to play it eventually. Where the hell is that coming from?
What about Sonic 2006?
I've never played that. I probably would play
Or
that.
Sonic and the Black Knight?
You mean Sonic but with guns?
No, I mean Sonic but Arthurian Legends.
Xenomeme. Oh, please, no. Xenomeme is a game that wouldn't really work, because in theory I will complete that. I just, you know... Nah, it's a game you can actually request.
Or how about Persona 5 Royal?
P5. I've never played a Persona game.
I mean, I'm sure TBV would suffer.
I think a lot of people would suffer, which is not actually the worst. Can we progress now, or...?
Actually, I think Fusion would also suffer, so...
For
because he has... No, for Persona 5.
I have nothing against Persona 5. I just don't play the game.
You can just force Nitro into Persona 5 and he'll spend 120 hours in the game.
Ah, yes.
I mean, a Dictator stream is only like 3 hours, so... Also, yeah, isn't that like Persona games, aren't they good? It feels a bit...
Persona
it
games
goes to-
are good, yes.
Why would you want to make me play a good game?
I mean, I don't really care, I wouldn't watch either, most likely, but... Since I won't watch, then I want it to be a punishment for the most amount of people, and that means more punishment to the viewers than to you.
My girl's a little big for that courtyard, Sergeant. I see it's good LC on the other side of these buildings. Meet you there. Over. Copy that. Someone get a satchel on the gate.
Hey, which gates do we have to blow up? Where did it go? Oh fuck, there's hunters.
Hunters.
What killed me?
I mean,
Oh, I'm
and
dead.
throw grenades.
Well, that probably would do it, yeah. Nice throw.
I'm out of grenades.
Wait, why does that hunter look so low poly?
Second squad.
What? What do you mean it looks low poly?
It's over.
We're operating
Oh, it just looked very gray and... Oh, yeah, it looks better close up. But it looked very gray and blocky
Stay put.
as it moved
We'll come
around.
to you.
I mean, it's a great blocky game, it's called Halo. Look it up, sweetheart.
That's fair. But yeah,
Sort of games depending on
the
your
issue
taste.
with
I don't
making
really-
Nitro play Persona is that's an actually
Sergeant,
good
I
game.
need you on that bird.
The funny thing is, I actually watched Lucky play P4,
My Pelicans
and that kind of put me off of it.
reinforcements.
Well,
But
it's a JRPG, so...
I mean, Persona 4 is much worse than 5. It's better in about 1.5 aspects that you won't care about unless you play both.
Well,
I'll keep an eye on them.
clearly we need to make Nitro play Persona 3 Golden.
There is no Persona 3 Golden.
Is there not? Or is that Persona 4 Golden?
yeah, P4
Persona
Golden.
4 Golden.
Okay.
Yeah, the issue with P3 is that there is no definitive version. There's PlayStation 2 original version, there's an updated version for PS2, and there's a version for PS5, but both the updated version and the PSP versions have different editions.
Oh yeah, this is what I need. No, this is what I need. There we go.
What do you need?
The energy sword.
What a weeb.
It's not an energy katana, so it's okay.
It's never okay.
But yeah, so P5 seems like a fun game. P4 probably not. But those games, would you really like? They won't work for 2 hours. You'd really have
It
to.
won't work. Or, like in P5, you probably won't get to gameplay in 2 hours.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like the controller schedules really works for games that are get you into the action a bit quicker. Oh, stop shooting me! I actually have good weapons now. God damn it! I don't want to die. Oh.
So now we're defending
there's
this
Strudel.
point.
We're playing heroic. Of course, we're playing fucking heroic.
Yeah,
Nothing
I'm
else.
not playing. I mean, even without the horrors that Nitro described to me, I wouldn't be playing Legendary.
You really want us to play on legendary? Pretty sure that playing on legendary here would ironically be some of the worst decisions that I could have ever made. You're dead. At least with Baz, I had a competent teammate.
I mean, at least I never pretended to be competent like Buzz did.
Anyway, Strudel, we're theorizing shitty games to where C-Fusion can make me play.
Yeah, what is it? A Brazilian and a German offered their votes in exchange for Nitro Suffering, so I need to figure out what games to maximize Nitro Suffering.
Do I have to kill the ship, or can we just run
No,
forward?
no. The ships are basically invincible.
I mean, to kill aliens dropping from the ship, oh, we can run forward. I say we can run forward.
That bridge is the most direct route to the city center.
You offered me Nitro Suffering in exchange for votes. That's true. We're not hearing a lot of suffering at the moment. Why are you running right past the vehicle? Hamster, stop moving. Get in, loser.
Losers found the way forward. Also, I'm stealthing through the grass. Oh no, they see me. I'm no longer stealthing through the grass.
Damn it. Nitro enjoys suffering, so truly make him suffer, you gotta make him play it as easy, and he is good at. Like, I don't think I ever want to play Zoids again. That game was atrocious. I'm sorry, Shadow, but
Wait, Zoids, did you even get Zoids to run at the end?
yeah, I did. I had to
I'm
update
dead.
the firmware of my very, very legal setup, and then it worked. The funny thing there was that I actually couldn't even get it to run on an emulator. So if I wasn't my original console supremacist, it wouldn't even have run at all. There's so many more. So much story to just really never ever explore. I'm sorry, but that Zoids game was extremely jank.
Oh, I have an idea. Make Nitro play Thief 4.
Oh, I thought there wasn't anyone in there.
What for?
You mean the remake version?
Yes.
No, I refuse to play Nep Nep. Apple. I
Oh,
have
what
played
about
more than
Skyward
enough
Sword?
Nep. Ugh, no, I've already
Skyward
played.
Sword HD.
I already played it.
Yeah, but did you stream it?
I mean, Sword HD. Hell no, I didn't play it either. I played the original, all of it.
Yeah, I'm saying Skyward Sword HD because it's a remake.
I mean, why would you make me do that? It's
I
just,
mean, why would you punish Nitro financially?
Because it's funny, right?
getting splattered.
I mean, I'm not really punishing Nitro financially. He makes enough off me every month, anyways.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I'm not making you buy games. I usually buy the games for you if they're too expensive.
True.
Also, Nitro, you promised
Well,
the
I mean,
sprint
you-
button to appear
you,
at some point in these games.
What? What appear?
Sprint button.
Oh yeah, that's in game 3. Damn it. What about Gothic? I'm probably gonna do all of the request games when I'm done with my internship.
What about Daggerfall?
Jeez.
I think someone already said to make me play Oblivion. Thing is, I've never played any of those. I've only played Skyrim. It's the only Elder Scrolls I've ever played.
What about Grimoire?
I've already played Grimoire, and it's unironically kind of fun. Just the same with Super Duper. Like it's so bad, it's fun.
I don't think your vehicle is helping you.
May get you to respawn. But yeah, once I'm done with my internship, I will probably have at least 2 or 3 weeks of just very low time, like maybe a presentation at the end. So I've got all the time that I need to play games like Gothic and what's the other
You
shit?
need to play games that absolutely shouldn't be played.
Star Sector, Gothic,
Yeah, these games.
Xenomeme, Dishonored, Deathloop.
I was thinking of what was it? Bargaining with JJ and saying I'll make you play like what is it? Star Sector.
I already have Star Sector as a controller schedule from Gnafel.
Oh, right. Well, I can make you play more.
That's true.
You have more controllers of your schedule than you have schedule.
You're not wrong.
That's fair. I can play Xenomeme. Two-ho, yes.
Make Nitro play Caesar 3.
I already did. I've already played Caesar 3. I've already played a Toho game.
Make him play Cossacks to see TBV suffer.
No need to turn around. Played a Toho game. Yeah, one of the mod games was a Toho game. I played that one. Don't know which one it was because they were all
Wait.
trash.
Oh, right. Wait, did somebody make Jake play a Toho game? I assume
Yes,
somebody made
it was
Jake
a
play a Toho.
two. It was a 2 hours of hell.
Oh, I see.
2 hours of hell.
I'm dead.
I can easily imagine
Ugh,
that Jake
Can
would
we
suffer
get
in
the
that game.
next checkpoint, please? I've seen enough of this
No, we
bitch.
really do not need to make Toho a fixture of this channel. Why do you people want to torture me with more shitty weeb games? I don't understand this. Of course Toho is shitty, that's just what it is. How could you deny the truth? Is there a thrilling conclusion to Xeno meme? Is the conclusion me losing my mind? Could play Rans. Can be Doria Amayui.
Can you stop with cancerous weeb, please?
That was funny. Hey Jung, hey Nitro, you want to play Amayui?
I don't know what Amayui is.
Oh, it's Kamidori.
God damn it.
Porn game.
Hey, look, can I
Make him
play with the
play-
modded version where I have my own stroopwafels covering naughty bits? Then I'll do it.
I see.
Make him play a Vinicle and voice act all the rape and gore scenes.
God. Was Gnafel gonna suggest World of Warships?
I already played World of Warships.
Chief, the carrier just launched a wave of pods. They're inbound on your position.
Deny the truth of your existence every day. What? The
Wait,
truth of my
how
existence
did
is
I
that...
get- Did we get
Really
the checkpoint here now?
Oh, I just rushed ahead and it worked.
No, I mean, we have been here.
No, we haven't. This is one section ahead of where we normally were.
No, I have been at this structure already.
World of Warcraft. Oh god. I have played about a few hours of World of Warcraft and it was certainly a game.
I wonder if I still have a 3 days free trial of World of Warcraft somewhere, like one of those.
It's
old ass,
it's
like,
no, it's free to play until level 20 now.
Oh, they changed that, right? I forgot about
I
it.
mean, probably not 20 anymore, since they squished the levels. Also, in today's news, World of Warcraft removed flirty jokes from the game.
Remove
No.
what kind of jokes?
Time for a night to play Warcraft 2. I've never even played Warcraft 3.
Oh Jesus Christ!
What the fuck?
I mean, Blizzard isn't. I told you we didn't get. Please, for the love of God, is there another checkpoint on this level?
Oh, I've seen enough of the Warcraft 3 multiplayer. I don't need any more Spider Wars in my life.
What about what is it? Kodo Tag or Vampirism?
What about Dota? Original one.
Dota All Stars.
Yes, patch 5.0.
Why would I ever want to play Dota? Like, from everyone that I've heard, that's just an absolutely miserable
I
experience.
mean, last time I checked, we were talking about punishment game.
You're not wrong. I think I've played about 20 minutes of Dota before I decided that it's a game I never want to touch again. I'll take a second here to actually kill the enemies. Might actually get us a checkpoint. CS 1.6? Dude, I've played enough of Condition Zero to not find that torturous anymore.
This tunnel links up to the bridge. It's full of rats, if you know what I mean. But it beats swimming.
Is that a warthog? Could we have had a warthog all this fucking time?
Yeah, but warthogs are also destructible, so they're not that
I
much better
have
than
no idea what you're talking about.
Never mind. The other Rainbow Six games.
Tactical check.
You're talking about all these games that I either do not know or haven't ever played. So I
Oh,
guess they
Rainbow
would be Rainbow
old
Six,
How about-
shooters,
like
old
the
Rainbow
Vegas
Six action
ones.
shooters. Oh, those were fun. I played them quite a lot when I was a child.
How
This
about
is so-
Deus Ex?
Deus Ex.
Invisible War.
Oh, there is a Deus Ex crowd control. Could do that.
No, Invisible War.
I don't think I've ever
Not
played
original. I'm dead. I'm not dead.
that. Don't worry, we're all dead inside.
I mean, we are playing Halo after all. Can I kill these friendlies?
Yeah,
Pretty
you
please?
can kill them.
Okay, they can ride me and I won't shoot. Where are they going?
Fuck! I drove into a barrel. Whoopsie.
Why
Oh,
this
don't worry.
Warthog stopped?
I can drive.
You're going the wrong way, I think.
Nope.
How would you know? There is no map in this fucking game. How about hunt down the Freeman?
I already played that. It was really, really bad.
How about Amy?
I haven't played that, but I tried to get it to run. I actually tried to buy that, but the Xbox store wouldn't let me. Cause
What other games I remember Yahtzee calling shit? How about Godzilla?
The Covenant must be trying to regroup.
how can a Godzilla game be bad?
How could it be good? No one sane cares about Godzilla.
The Japanese care.
Again, no one sane cares about Godzilla.
Man, I'm good at driving this. What is Nitro's opinion on Heroes of Might and Magic? The only Heroes of Might and Magic clone I've ever played is the one that C-Fusion made me play halfway or so. I don't know, if you want to
That
maybe
wasn't Might and
play...
Magic. That wasn't Heroes of Might and Magic. I made you play, what is it, King's Bounty?
King's Bounty, yeah, same game basically.
Ah, no, it's not. They're
Not
very different.
even close.
Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is so much more autistic.
What?
How about you trucking sim with me on the passenger
What
seat
Heroes of
criticizing your
Might and
driving?
Magic 3 is autistic.
That's a good idea, especially because I have a driving
You
wheel,
know
so...
the micromanaging you need to do in Heroes of Might and Magic 3?
Don't have to do any managing.
What do you mean? You have to count movement points, you have to micromanage hero chains.
Oh no, you have to engage in combat in a game with combat.
We
You
did
can't
it!
do hero chains. If you're playing versus AI, hero chains are a waste of time.
I guess that's true.
It doesn't matter that I didn't look very good, because we made it. Due to my amazing driving skills.
But still, what is it? Heroes 3 is like, if you want to play through one map semi-competently, that's like 6 hours.
Can be faster. And also, so what?
I actually
I'm
really
just
want to
saying
play a driving
It's a
game
lot more
again.
it's a lot more autistic than King's Bounty.
I need to play...
Since,
Formula
since when
One.
it's autistic?
To be fair, King's Bounty is extremely simplified, so compared to that, it is pretty autistic. Time to play Elite?
More
Fuck no,
difficult doesn't equal autistic.
I want to play Formula
And
One.
it's not difficult.
I want to make
Even
Racing...
Jake managed to grab.
I want to
how
make Racing
heroes
Point
work.
India the best
And
team
Jake
out
is an
there.
idiot.
You're not wrong.
Oh, clearly what I should make you do, what was it? FIFA 15, there's a mode where you build your own player and you play through it like that. Like
Almost all of them, almost all of the games have that.
Right. We could do that. That's extremely autistic.
Hell, hamster!
Bye.
God damn it! Stop, you piece of garbage.
I
He stole the scorpion. Oh, you...
This is fun. I love this.
what there were no other vehicles back there?
No, you blew up the only other one. God damn it.
Whoops. Finally, I'm having fun in Halo. All it took was blowing up Nitro.
forcing Nitro to walk.
There, I know. I skillfully killed an elite in a ghost.
Yeah, with a battle rifle.
Fuck. Ah. Never mind.
Oh yeah, and you
guess-
also blew up the ghost.
I walked into it.
You know, you're so far behind at this point, I think it'd best be faster for you to wait for it to teleport you.
No. I'm planning to die here.
Parkour.
See, that works.
God. Can't believe you're crossing a bridge again.
I can't believe Nitro is slower than me. I'm in a fucking
So
tank.
what are you talking about?
We found a ghost. Wait, does the entire scorpion teleport with you if you get too far?
No, he
No.
gets teleported out of it.
Why the tank can't...
I already played one of the 3D Sonics. The Riders one. It was awful.
That's quite a welcome party.
Why the fuck the tank can't bring down the ships?
Well, because it's a tank shell.
I mean, it's fine. I'll just fire at Nitro some more. Also, I'm missing my Final Fantasy XIV auto-run button.
Oh no. Yeah, honk honk. That's the warthog, baby. No, don't drive away. Fuck.
Oh yes, clearly what I should make Nitro do is play a battle royale.
Now that sounds like a terrible idea. Why would you want to do that?
Oh, I'm just going through ideas that make you suffer.
I've already played plenty of battle royales, so that wouldn't even be all that punishing.
What have you played PUBG?
I haven't played PUBG, but I've played about every other one.
PUBG is pretty cancer.
It's tight quarters on the other side, sir. Use this.
Play the CS:GO one with me.
Make Nitro play Transform Ice.
I don't know what that game is.
What an uncultured swine you are. Not knowing Transform Ice, the Flash
Well-
game sensation.
Well, you know, this is not the first
Damn it.
time I've been called an uncultured swine.
You're American, isn't that all you are?
Yeah. Wow. Wait, you didn't.
So happy you got
got pretty
ahead,
far forward
Nitro.
and never teleported. Look, can you actually blow up the scorpion?
Damn it.
I mean, I have a bit more firepower.
Yeah, but Nitro also has infinite lives.
God, there should be a turret on these things. Why can't I get in there?
Sorry. It's too small of a vehicle to have second driver.
Do I have any really autistic games in my library? I don't think so. You know, I'd make you play Uplink, but that's actually a good game. Though it
Can't
is
have
quite
that
autistic.
now.
Make him play Guilty Gear.
The new one or one of the older ones?
The new one.
Let's see. Yes, and have him ladder for 2 hours playing exclusively Jacko. I'm sure that will.
Please get in.
I
don't
do
want
not
to
That'll
play
be
kn-
the
lots
rest of the
points for
game.
Nitro.
I do not know what uplink is, so I have no idea.
Uplink is an old ass game. It required, what was it? It required, back in the day, it required you to have the, what was it? So they had a cipher basically. So every single time you download the game, it would
Fine,
ask you a
I'll get out
question.
of the tank.
Yeah,
You
it would
win.
ask you a question it would ask you for a code, and it would give you some sort of like hint, and then you'd have to look at like they gave you a cipher on the box, and you have to
Yeah,
read through
okay.
that cipher to get the code to
Yeah, pretty common
play the game.
anti-piracy method back in the day.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's an old ass game. Yeah, October 2001.
Yeah, well, you know, all the games I play are super more modern.
Like Halo 2, for example.
Halo 2 is more modern than most, to be fair.
Yeah, Uplink is a game about hacking, so.
Oh, damn it, Nitro.
And what is it?
Why the hell couldn't I get in now? Also, yeah, I spawned and you immediately ran over me.
Let me check, see if there are any other autistic games I have.
I think Guilty
Besides-
Gear is a good idea.
Yeah, but I don't have Guilty Gear, so
Just buy it for him.
I mean, I guess technically true, yeah.
Also,
You can always
I
give
don't-
me a friend's copy to play.
I
Yes,
don't,
true.
don't
No, but
think
you have to,
it's
if you want to play multiplayer, then I don't-
That's
give you a friend's
unfortunately
copy.
true.
I think it's like 40.
I don't think it's that expensive. I could always make you play the new Multi Blood.
The new what?
New Multi Blood.
I
It's a
do
fighting
not
game
know.
also. It's a wave fighting game.
But you know what? What if I turns out I'm really good at fighting games? You've seen me play Muscle.
No.
No. It's not
Let's
about-
not get ahead of ourselves, Nitro.
Oh, also Nitro, it's not about how good you are at the game, it's the fact that the game is extremely weeb.
Yeah, that is pretty torturous.
You could
I'm
literally
dead, by the way.
You could become the world champion, and it would still be funny watching you suffer through the weebiness.
Why
course, you
won't
also
you
have to play-
die? There we go.
Of course, you're also required to play on Japanese language.
What else do I have that can be considered garbage? Hearts of Iron 4.
Yeah, I've never played Hearts of Iron 4.
Play
Never.
0.4 single player. As you
Un-
go
un-
sloppy.
unironically play
As like Haiti or something.
unironically play Kaiserreich.
What other awful games are there? I have Homeworld. It's not an awful game, but I couldn't figure out how to play it.
Omicron: The Nomad Soul.
The hell is that?
It's the first game by a pretty well-known director, David Cage.
I see. Doesn't tell me anything.
Ah, damn it!
The guy that did Fahrenheit, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human.
Ah, yes, that guy. Yeah, I don't care for that game series at all.
It's not a game series.
Well, I mean that type of game. It's
Also, as far as I know, Omicron,
Marines trapped in that building, Chief.
like, it has all his trademarks, but it also has, like,
it feels
you fuck up a dialogue and you can progress the game, but you won't know about it until 2 hours later.
I see. I don't know. Detroit Become Human felt pretty heavy-handed with its
It has awful writing. All of his games have awful writing.
The writing felt pretty awful. I watch other people play it and it's like, God, this feels so stupid.
It is
contrived.
awful.
Felt
God
super
damn it.
contrived.
Like, he may have somewhat interesting idea. He has zero ability to convert it into anything.
That's true. John.
I mean, I have a PS4. Oh no, wait, Detroit Become Human is on PC now as well.
It's not a game. Is not a movie.
Maybe play a Heavy Rain and oh, I'm stuck. Okay, now there we go. You can maybe play Heavy Rain and do the part where you stumble through the fruit stands. That's pretty good.
Wait, changing graphics changes music? The fuck?
Yeah, because they
Probably
made
reloads the sound engine.
Well, then I'll stay on old graphics for even more reasons, because
Ah yes, I should make.
I
I
want
should
this
play Nitro
game
Play
as
Shrine
silent as possible.
and watch him like fiddle with the physics engine. Only Shrine wasn't such a good game.
Damn it.
Ryan is
Shrine.
actually garbage.
Is it?
Ryan,
like
yeah,
it.
it's awful Lost Vikings.
I guess that's technically true.
What are you doing, hamster? Just press E to get on.
I'm pressing E, nothing is happening.
You have to move from the back or the more to the front then.
God damn it, Naffle.
Look, he'll run out of ammo eventually.
Sure.
What should I make Nitro
I
play?
got the achievement, the Guardians are coming. I also got run over.
Get in the back. Use the turrets. You have to stand on the back. Get in the back. It's much more useful than actually standing, sitting in the passenger seat.
Yeah, all the really autistic games that make Nitro suffer are either not autistic in a way that make Nitro suffer, or not autistic enough in 2 hours.
I mean, you gotta remember, I am a pretty big autist already, so...
Yeah. I'm going through some of these games like, oh, it's autistic as hell, but Nitro would enjoy it.
Make him play Necopara.
Oh god, no, I don't even want to play
Ugh.
Necropara.
Play the one with the cat boys.
Oh, wait, that one's free.
That's Final Fantasy XIV.
There's a male version of Necropara. Yeah, there is a male version of Necropara that has, it's free for some reason. I participate in the Mega Man race. I don't know if 2 hours is enough for that. Your Warhog's a little on fire there.
What was that? Why, Nitro, why are we spinning?
Why are you dead?
Stuff happened. Don't think about it.
Let me go check actually what the what was the one with Oh, Catboy Paradise, yes. Was this on? Was this in April Fool's? No, it was freaking released in July.
There are a number of Marines trapped in that building.
What is this, an early April's Fool's joke?
They're the biggest threat.
Yeah, you mean a really late April Fool's joke?
Exactly, make him play Diablo Immortal.
Oh god, maybe play the Command & Conquer mobile game.
What terms am I reneging on? I'm trying to find an awful game to make him play.
Ah, fuck. God, I hate those
Get
raids.
fucked.
Get fucked yourself.
Listen, Beth. I suggested Final Fantasy XIV. You said no. My job here is
A
done.
number of Marines trapped in that building.
As a local Final Fantasy XIV fanboy,
Oh god. Wait, people unironically like Final Fantasy XIV?
Well, I
I've-
mean, you're not giving
Nephi
much
loves
input.
it.
You're not giving much input here, Bass.
I think you said Toho.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess 2
Yeah,
hours.
but who
is pretty
listens
good.
to Baz,
Toho is pretty
really?
good for. I guess 2 hours is pretty good time for Toho. Yeah, I mean, I'll promise you pain, but I just need to find it. I didn't say
Guilty
it
Gear. Like, I'm not sure Nitro would they be able capable of completing tutorial.
There are a number of
Toho?
things
No. If you remember, if any of you remember those like I don't know 2 hours or so that I played of a Toho game, they were atrocious. They were absolutely awful.
That's not our problem, though, is it?
I would indeed have to
Easy
play on
mode?
easy
Ah, yes,
mode.
easy mode. Fuck, what song was that again? Oh, over.
Why won't you die? Get in, get in, get in. Oh, it's already destroyed. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I was shooting at it.
No, I was mounted on it. God damn it.
Stop mounting people without consent, Nitro.
I didn't consent from the Covenant.
Stop banging from the behind.
Why can't?
I'll
Why is
just-
it not doing anything?
Look, I'll just be here behind the box eating the apple. I'll serve as respawn point.
There we go. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, of course I didn't have grenades left. That's why.
God, how long does it take to melee a guy out of the cockpit? You're gonna die to the turret before you get it.
Easy mode? Oh, lame. Only kids playing easy mode. Somehow I'm very insulted here. I can only play in easy mode. That's how I live my life.
I think the translation is slightly more demeaning than that, Bass.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was actually waiting where we're supposed to go. I'm so smart. Now let me find another box to eat more apple.
There we
Why
go.
wasn't that thing shooting at us?
Don't think about it. So I'm sure we'll hear
Oh,
about
now
this
the doors
terrible
are
game that
open.
I'm
That's
supposed to play in about 2 to 3 years.
Well, they're supposed to play in 2 to 3 years.
A bad game chosen by C Fusion.
Yeah, because Nitro's exceedingly slow at playing games. expect
I
him to
just
take
have
2
too
years.
many to play.
I expect him to take 2 years to get to my next game.
You mean Ace Attorney? I mean, to be fair, I'm very bad at Ace Attorney.
You are very slow at Ace Attorney.
You are the first person I see who can be so bad at comprehending information.
Honestly, quite painful how slow you are at Ace Attorney.
The thing is, the games are really fun to play, so I don't see the issue.
I had to give you hints.
I see the issue. Make Nitro play Ark Survival Evolved.
Oh God.
So
would-
he'll be prepared for Ark 2 with Vin Diesel.
Why would you do that to me?
I mean, I've played Ark. I've played Ark Survival. Played quite a few hours in fact.
I have never played it. I've only watched
Couple
my
months,
brothers play it.
Yeah, I played multiplayer. Okay, I actually played with other people.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, playing with other people is what losers do.
I know, right? Imagine having friends.
Only thing that's worse
Imagine
than that is playing
unironically-
Magic.
Imagine unironically playing co-op.
In a way, the respawn point is established. Do whatever you do.
There's quite a few of these guys.
Yeah, I know, but I still have half of the apple.
Imagine playing well, exactly.
Exactly an apple, that's why I'm eating instead of playing.
I like how once you stick them, they try to run at you.
Ah, damn it! I thought I had plasma grenades. Oh well.
Are we on the timer, by the way?
Don't think so.
What happens if we just stay on top of this thing while it's working? Or is killing it ending the mission?
No, I don't think so, but we have to do it to progress. Damn it!
Can't go any further this way. We have it trapped. Careful, Chief. That elite was an ultra, and those pilots are no pushovers either.
Oh my god, there's energy sword guys.
Nice.
I actually really like this playstyle of spawning point for Nitro.
There we go. Get fucked, nerd. There we go. I did it. Man, I'm good.
Well, you were a liar, it was the end of the mission.
Whoopsie.
I think I carried it.
Well, I mean, you probably weren't that wrong considering you kept spawning me in.
I played Dungeon Siege before.
I was definitely the most useful I could have been in that situation.
How much further must we heft this baggage? Any self
You're skipping this crucial story. We're now playing as the elites.
And you are the blade. Be silent and swift, and we shall quell this heresy without incident.
Why wouldn't I skip all the cutscenes?
Storm has masked our approach. And it should have the
Wait, these are friendlies. Fuck.
Friendlies, enemies, they're all aliens and deserve to die.
Why you can zoom in with a sword?
You can do that with any weapon.
Amazing game. Very
Also,
reasonable.
Baz, playing
logical.
co-op with me is extremely enjoyable. Literally everyone I've played with hasn't complained ever.
I think I heard people complain about your driving.
My driving is bloody impeccable.
Or was it Baron who got shouted at during that garbage zombie
Oh,
game multiplayer?
Baron crashed the car so hard.
Oh, State of Decay. Oh, that was fucking amazing.
Why are we fighting more aliens?
These are the
Where are
heretics.
aliens?
Because you guys are traitors.
No, they're the traitors.
Well, no, you're the traitors.
No, they're the.
No, I'm a trader. I trade my gaming skill for respawning Nitro. It's a valuable proposition.
I only didn't complain because Baz was playing too. Well, Mike was playing too, and he wasn't complaining. Why is the American nicer than all of you? It's kind of sad, you know?
Wait, what? I'm nice?
No, another American.
Oh, Jado?
No, Mike.
Oh.
He's not American. He's a nerd.
What? That's not how. I don't think there's a nationality called nerd.
Mike is
There
Swedish.
is.
Mike is Swedish, or no, he doesn't have a passport yet. Now Jake is Swedish.
Let's not talk about that kind of Swede.
Mike is Swedish in training. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, don't blame Mike for getting the hell out of Sweden. Sorry, hell out of America. Imagine unironically thinking America has a future.
I'm just here for the money.
Imagine wanting to be anywhere that isn't Switzerland.
So where are you going to again? Canada? Last time I checked, Canada was in Sweden. Sorry, Switzerland.
Last I checked, Canada's also a hellhole.
Canada has
And
lucky
last,
in it.
last I checked, still better than Russia.
Okay.
That's a very low bar.
That's like saying,
I mean,
oh, it's
yeah,
better than
but
living in a
that's the bar I
concentration
need
camp.
to clear.
It's better than pulling on my own teeth, you know?
I mean, exactly.
JJ is a nice guy, though. I wouldn't mind
He's
having a beer with
absolutely
him.
not. Have you seen what kind of degeneracy keeps happening in his Discord?
90% of the people watching are degenerates, and I still spend time with you. And, you know, I do partake in the degeneracy in JJ Cord, so...
I know. Surprisingly, JJ Cord has less people muted than J Cord.
Somehow, that doesn't really surprise me that much, though.
I think like 2.
Oh, right. Okay, I think I found an extremely degenerate game for Nitro.
Damn it. What is it?
Make him suffer a lot. It's called... Well, I don't know entirely how to pronounce it, but it's JRPG. And there are mandatory required flirting sections.
This sounds cursed.
So
It's very cursed.
It's called Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Oh,
is
no,
what you're saying.
Well, no, it's even more cursed than that. Fire Emblem Three Houses at least has good gameplay.
And what is it?
Record of Garist War Married.
What the fuck?
It's cursed.
What was the name again?
I picked it up on a Steam sale, played it for a couple hours, realized how cursed it was, never picked it up again. I was just going through JRPGs and it was on
Actually called War Marriage. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, marriage is the subtitle. So it's record of Agarist War, subtitle marriage.
Did you misspell
Just
marriage
make him
intentional, or
retreat,
is
stay
that
night.
the way in the game?
No, I copied it. That's how it's spelled in the game.
It's actually typo. My fucking god. Hamster, are you gonna help?
I have no idea where you are.
Exactly where you're going right now.
It's very cursed.
I'll take a look in a second.
It is exceedingly cursed. Yeah. The first couple of games are actually in the series are actually pretty good. This one's very cursed.
Whoops.
I think I have.
That was a
all three,
great grenade, I think.
God
but I
damn it.
never really played the.
Let's
the series
see,
that
what
much.
is it?
I
What
mean,
is
to
it?
be honest, I didn't plan for the grenade to be
It's
on your back.
extremely
but it
anime
worked
also.
out.
You're actually right
Like-
that it is typoed. Oh, this looks cursed. Oh my fucking god. You do know that I will probably read out the voices, just like I did
Yes,
with
I
Azure
know.
Lane.
Don't worry, it's also voice acted, sort of.
Oh my god.
I need to go bathroom. Be back.
Please don't.
Shit, you like Agaras? That's,
You can dual wield swords. That's sad. Also known as the only weapon in this game that actually has sense dual wielding.
To be fair, Shadow, I already knew you were a giant weeb. This doesn't change a lot. Man who makes actual Lego Zoids. I mean, I could do it, but...
My
Look-
energy sword has ammo.
Miss, I've never made anything without pre-made instructions. Look, let's say it this way. If I had to make crummy... No, the models themselves you make aren't crummy, but the source is. So... So I acknowledge that I couldn't make a mock to save my life. So, no, that makes me the bigger person.
No, it doesn't. Stop lying to yourself, Nitro. That would make you a bigger person.
Yes. So, pretty sure this is the most cursed game I can find.
Oh, these are all allies. Ooh, terminal time. Story!
Nicht story.
Beautiful. Oh, nice, it's the
This
Space
weapon.
Corps.
You can also make Nitro play Dune 2, since he watched the movie and enjoyed it so much.
Hey, the movie was
He'd love
good.
The sequel.
Yeah, but Doom 2 isn't a cursed game. This is an exceedingly cursed game.
There are plenty of cursed games. Like Quiet Man is a pretty cursed game.
Yeah, but I don't know anything about it.
It's also about 3 hours long.
I remember me and Baz never completed this mission because we got right to the end and then it crashed.
The Quiet Man's rated 1 out of 5 and a 28% Metacritic.
See, better than
It's a
Empire of
great
Sin.
game.
That's pretty bad. That I did not expect.
This guy
You said
complaining that I was playing a 65 rated Metacritic game earlier today.
I
think
mean,
you killed me.
You were doing it for free.
That makes it better than
you're
worse.
somewhat paid.
Well,
That's
technically,
true.
I wouldn't be paying him. I would just be using channel points.
Which makes it worse? I don't know.
Okay, I have an idea. I throw a grenade at Nitro's back, Nitro runs into the enemies. Almost.
Almost. Do, do, do. Man, if only I could actually play good games. Why must you be bribed by... Why do you even need to bribe Baz and Shadow?
Well, because...
Didn't you have enough points to force Young anyway?
Well, no, there's also apparently a stipulation called the popular vote that apparently we care about vaguely. So I need
Young's
unique
an ally.
voters also.
Oops.
Young's voting system is dumb anyway.
Yeah.
Any voting system is dumb.
If it was just dumping votes, I have 26 more votes I can dump, but if I need unique voters, so I need everybody just to put one vote in.
Like you know the classic game theory theorem about impossibility of fair elections.
No, I've not. I think I've heard of it. I don't know it very well though.
Isn't that just general law in Russia?
No, I mean, very funny, but it's really a theorem. Well, it's not exactly like that, but generally, if there are 6 criteria, if we make election as
Oh, as obtuse as possible, then less people will vote.
no. I'm talking about mass, not about Russia.
Okay.
So each election will be a ranked list of candidates. That if all candidates, I don't remember the exact. I probably should. If every candidate in every list, candidate A is above candidate B, then in the resulting list, candidate A will be above candidate B. That if someone raises candidate A in their list, in the resulting list, candidate A may only rise and can't fall, and so on.
Right.
I'll look up the.
Sounds
You
confusing.
You just tell me the name, I'll Google it.
No.
What's the name again?
It's Arrow's impossibility theorem. So 6 things are non-dictatorship, that it can't mimic the preferences of a single voter.
Okay, Arrow's impossibility
for-
theorem or Arrow's paradox.
Yeah. This is Fusion basically can read it instead of me, and I'll actually play the game.
Is an impossibility theorem stating that when voters have 3 or more distinct alternatives, no ranked voting electoral system can convert the ranked preferences of individuals into a community-wide ranking while also meeting a specific set of criteria that are unrestricted domain, non-dictatorship, Pareto efficiency, and independence of irrelevant alternatives. Okay. In short, the theorem states that no rank order electoral system can be designed in a way that always satisfies these 3 fairness criteria. Those criteria are: if voters prefer alternative X over Y, then the group prefers X over Y. If every voter prefers preference between X and Y remains unchanged, then the group's preference between X, Y also remains unchanged. There is no dictator. No single voter possesses the power to always determine the group's preference. Okay.
But I mean,
Like you would think that any election system should satisfy all of this. But math says no.
Right.
Also, you're doing this alone, Nitro, because I didn't have a ship to get into.
there is a ship to get in. I left a broken one. It wasn't, well, not fully broken. Half broken.
You see the problem then.
It's half broken. You can get in.
Oh, did you just see a scarab gun?
Well, I'm dead, so I think we're fucked. What the hell are you doing?
You didn't leave me a lot of options, you know? Oh, and now we're really fucked.
Oh my god, it's up there! There's a ship there!
Yes, yes.
What did you
It's
do?
broken, it can't fly.
You guys just both need to kill yourselves.
Jump off!
The thing is, I cannot kill myself.
I just keep killing Nitro. That is technically an option.
There we go.
Oh.
Hey, you're back, but at least I got a ship now.
Yeah, but I'm still on the bridge below.
But I don't care about that. Kill yourself.
No,
No, jump off. I'm gonna go back to a place where you can respawn.
yeah, but
With
that
a
would
ship.
be dangerously close to helping you.
Look there, look, there's actual functioning ships here.
Yeah, maybe don't knock them all off into enemies.
If I had a Russian buddy here to help me, this would be so much easier.
If I had my ship not blown up by some Dutch monkey,
That's racist. Fine, fine, I'll try.
I still think that after the tank mission, moral victory is on my side today.
Oh, I forgot you can do barrel rolls in Halo 2.
Barrel roll.
Hey. Get your respawned. Look, functioning banshees. Am I not a very nice person?
You're something.
Do we have to escort that ship with an arrow?
Yeah, basically.
Again, kill everything that turns green.
Man, can't wait to have to wait a billion years to actually play the Halo Infinite co-op. But I'm sure once it releases, I'll be able to get my favorite buddies with me again to.
You mean Halo 5?
No, Halo 5 is not coming to PC for a while.
Exactly, so we'll have to wait longer.
No, Halo Infinite is coming to PC, but the co-op has to
Yes.
wait.
I know that Halo 5 is coming. Halo Infinite is coming to PC and co-op has to wait. But surely 5 is coming later than that.
Yes.
So you'll have to wait more.
I don't want to wait to play 5.
Where are you? How are you finding something to kill in the void?
What is everybody have a fuel rod in this mission?
Can we just fly up to that ship, which is connected by some 5-pixel cable to
No.
the central chain?
Clear that landing zone and get inside.
Which landing zone? This landing zone?
It's marked on the map.
Landing zone is clear, let me in.
I died. God damn it. There's an arrow next to the landing zone.
Why the ship can either fly faster or shoot?
The science just isn't there yet.
In the grim dark future.
Oh, fuck.
What
I
happened?
respawned off the edge.
Impressive.
I couldn't do anything about that. Please don't die. Yes, I'm
Here
back.
you can respawn.
Oh wait, these are friendlies. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, this mission I did. The last one I did do with Bass, but I think this is the one we didn't.
Is it another alien mission?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd ask what the plot is, but no.
Oh, I've forgotten a
And
long
last
time
what?
ago.
But I'm not. You know what's in common in Halo and Final Fantasy XIV?
Pray tell.
Cutscene is my favorite button in both games. Which for some reason isn't working right now.
No, because I have to press it, but I'm not.
That stench.
I mean, I can just alt tab out and eat more apple and talk to Nathal.
There we go.
If it isn't the Arbiter.
Oh look, it's the flood. Hope you enjoyed fighting them, because we're gonna do it some more.
Is that the ship from the first game again?
No.
Anyway, bold of you to assume I enjoyed anything in Halo 1.
Roll your jaws, or I shall bite them shut.
I mean, you played it with me for a bunch of hours, so surely you enjoyed something there.
Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
I mean, It could have been tic-tac-toe and it would have been less painful.
To silence me. An arbiter. Unflattered. He's using a holocell. He must be close. Come out so we may kill you.
Also, these are just Geth.
Stand firm.
Oh. Well, if you have a better idea for a multiplayer game for next time, don't mind playing that
I
either.
can keep
If you
playing
want to,
it.
if you want to play Final Fantasy XIV together,
No, thank you. I already suffered through enough Final Fantasy XIV without anyone being there for me. I can't possibly let other people not have a painful experience with it. I mean, I'm fine playing it. It's more of a... what's its name?
time waster.
I'll follow when our reinforcements arrive.
Are you still alive, hamster? Well, I'm just gonna assume he's dead. What a shame. I mean, he's still doing something here, but he ain't talking. He's dead indeed. And unironically posting Star Trek memes during the last Pathfinder session. That was something. Oh, I can't hear C Fusion either. No, it might be on my end. That's weird. I can hear the game just fine.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ice Fusion.
Yeah, I'm coming through. I didn't change anything.
No, Hamster was
Can
just
you
being
hear me?
extremely silent. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
I wasn't silent this whole time.
No, exactly, because I saw your like icon light up in Discord, but I wasn't hearing anything, and I think alt tabbing might have fixed it.
I mean, maybe after Facebook they've come for Discord.
Yes.
No, you were
Deleted
talking
Facebook,
about yeah,
delete Discord.
you were talking about how this game was a something. I assume you wanted to say like a time filler or time waster.
Yeah, like it's very bad, but it's not offensively bad, and I can waste very little playing it and making you do most of the job.
You can just eat apples while playing.
For example, need to keep that doctor away after all. So after you get a PhD, you won't be able to stay next to me.
What? Why?
Because an apple a day.
Keeps it. That's terrible. No, that's absolutely awful. You should feel bad. No, I won't be able to
I'll
stand
think
next to you
about
because
it.
you won't be able to live with the shame of me having finished the PhD while you couldn't
If
cut
I
it.
wasn't able to live with the shame, I would have killed myself long ago.
Isn't killing yourself with vodka the Russian way though? So
Who said anything about vodka?
just kind of assumed.
Oh, enemies, I thought it's just an elevator ride.
I'm dead.
I'm not. Because I just found out that we have enemies, so...
No, fuck. Shit. Well, I survived somehow.
Why we're riding the elevator if you can just jump down? I'll also jump down then. No, I died.
Yeah, exactly. I got knocked off, but I landed on one of the pillars on the side.
Well, that's dumb.
No, it doesn't. No, it's not. You're just bad.
I mean, I am bad, but that doesn't contradict game being dumb.
Gotta say, feels nice being the better one at video games for once. At least, you know, easily being that. Baz always keeps saying that he was better, but, you know. You and me both know that I'm the best FPS player out there. No way a mere German could beat me.
I mean, I'm pretty bad at pretty much every game that isn't Dota or puzzles. And even at puzzles, I'm not
Reminds
great.
me, I should play 5D chess someday again.
God. Well, Hamster did say it was not very good of a game.
It was not very good of a game. Like, I eventually figured it out. Like, it's a nice concept, but actually playing it is pretty cancerous.
Because just understanding the game field is just...
assume- I haven't thought about it, that there is like a deterministic win.
Oh, is there a deterministic win?
I assume there is.
I see.
You're not even better than a Yank. Which Yank are you talking about? You mean Mike?
Mike,
Oh,
I
I'm much better than Mike. Look, I was driving that Warthog extremely well through the floor.
The one that you exploded in immediately on the start of the mission?
No, the one where halfway through you fall through the floor because the game doesn't load proper. Baz over Mike over me. No, that's not true. That's nonsense. Look, I am clearly better than all of you. Stop shooting me, hamster.
Oh, sorry. But also not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
You're just jealous of my capabilities.
I have to practice my Canadian manners. You hoser.
You're just jealous of me, Strudel, that I might actually get a PhD that is paid instead of your pathetic, unpaid one.
Instead of your milk.
Exactly. I don't have to drink salty milk all day because I'm not good enough to get a real job.
Yeah. You'll have to drink milk, but Nitro with a PhD, we can just milk him.
Sure, which was the doctor again? Give me a few years, my friend.
We'll commission so much milking smut for him. For his money.
That's disgusting.
It is.
Don't worry, I'll have my PhD in 4 years.
Yeah, but Strudel, I will be paid during those 4 years.
I mean...
And might actually have a good job.
You keep saying that you will, but will you?
All PhDs in the Netherlands are paid.
You won't even be getting as much as... Nah, you probably will be getting...
Who actually makes money here?
Maybe
you,
a bit
but you...
more than I do for my work. Because I'm getting like, what, about 2,500 euros right now?
I'd be getting 2,000 at the start and 2,800 at the end after taxes. But Shadow, you work for the military-industrial complex, so, you know. That doesn't count. Remember how they all keep saying no to you so far? I just haven't been applying to the right ones. I'm pretty sure I can get the one in Heidelberg pretty easily. I just need to actually fill in the fucking application, which is torture.
Yeah, there are two types of industries that make money in the U.S. finance and military. You're killing allies, you know that, right?
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. I don't think they were. They were? Well, fuck. No, it's great. I'm just gonna go buy a 3080 with all that money. Isn't the 3080 there even still like super overpriced? It's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, I knew somebody who worked at Raytheon, and they made lots of money.
Just work at Lockheed Martin.
2200, it's 1100 U. That's not bad. Buy it, ship it to Europe, and make tons of money.
How much could I get a 3080 for?
I think the cheapest one in stock here is probably going to be about 1400 euros to
Oh,
2800.
I don't even know
Um,
if you can get any 3080 here.
I'm pretty sure the US is a lot cheaper than Europe. Actually got killed by the flood.
GeForce RTX 3080.
Did you die?
Yeah,
It is.
There are no enemies here. How did you die?
there's one right behind you. Thank you. I have no idea which model. They're all fine.
I can get a normal 3080 for 1500.
Yeah, it's like what, 1200
If I want
euros.
a if I want a 3080 Ti.
Let me check.
Wasn't it like
3080
120?
Ti
Wasn't it like
by
120,000
St.
rubles?
Petersburg. So the cheapest
Ti.
3080 I see is what, 167,000 rubles. 3080 RTX. 160.
I just divide that by 100, right?
No. It is $2,300.
I see. Okay, that's slightly more expensive than I can get. I can get mine for 2100.
And I think that's the cheapest.
3080 Ti, eh?
I can get one for 2100. Yeah.
.3080 Ti. No, this is like the Asus one. Stupid ass garbage search system. Where are you?
I can get an
3080
Asus
Ti.
3080. I can get an Asus 3080 Ti for
1600 euros, 1700 euros,
Okay.
1700 euros. It's the cheapest one in stock. That is
the pilot in I have no idea what pilot is. If I want the MSI
oh, this is a
3080
terminal. Fuck.
RTX Ti, it will be 191k.
So
Some
Nitro
buttons here.
1800 is about 2100.
Dollars? Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Why would
Where
you
the
want any of that?
Do we actually have to go here? Where the fuck do we go?
Why are you asking me?
Yeah, I'm trying to look around for doors and I'm trying to find interactables, but I don't remember. I thought we had to get back up there, but I don't think there's a way to actually do that without weird jumping. Now I need a new GPU because I want to. Ava wants to get a PC that's VR capable, which means that either I need to get a new GPU or she does. So
she needs a GPU, not you.
I mean, the thing is, if she's probably gonna buy my PC for a large part, and then I will buy a new PC. But the GPU,
Really,
we're gonna need to get a new GPU from somewhere. But the thing is,
sounding theoretical, I don't think I want to build the PC. I'd rather get a new laptop. Wait, no, that door is where we have to go. I think.
yeah, okay, maybe
Because
you're
we
right.
came from the upper level.
Yeah, we did.
But there's nowhere to go here.
No, that's the issue. Like, there's nothing that opens up. Maybe we need to both be here.
Maybe there should have been an ally that survived.
Nah.
Oh, now this door is locked. Oh,
The whole room changed.
Bring the phantoms close.
fucking hell.
You're not leaving until the leader of these heretics.
But yeah, so I would probably be fine with like an older GPU as well, like a 2070 or 2080. But like, if I'm gonna get a new GPU, I might as well get a good one. But if this lasts too long, I'll probably be happy with a 3070 Ti or something. Oh no, I would have said I was gonna maybe get the new Intel GPUs. Because they're actually looking to be pretty decent.
I'm not checking the what's his name?
AMD?
You know, yeah.
I might. The thing is that right now AMD's GPUs are the exact same shortage issues, so in that case it doesn't really matter. And I've had really bad experiences with their GPUs. That is a bit confirmation biasy, but you know, don't think about it.
I was thinking, like, imagine tomorrow I have the best PC, well, the best gaming PC, not like 2 Titans and so on. I could have. What would I even play on it? Like, I'd like to try Beat Saber.
It's really fun.
It is.
I'd mostly like it to actually be able to play Beat Saber at 144 hertz while streaming, because that's I can't do.
That's the only
how much
thing
do your
I'd like
frames
to
drop?
play.
Sorry.
How much do your frames drop during Beat?
When I'm not streaming, I basically just hit like I'm between 4 and 5 milliseconds per frame, and when I'm streaming, it goes to about 10.
See, that's quite the quite the
Are
drop.
we going?
I thought we had to go back inside. I'm not sure. Yeah, but the issue is that I'm using NVENC encoding, and I don't think I should be using that.
Yeah, I don't understand.
But we
encoding
go
very well.
upstairs.
Let's take a
No,
look.
no, door opened here. No, but the issue is my CPU is shit. Oh, this
No,
is-
it's not open.
no, you're right. My CPU is kind
We
of
do
shit
go
because it's kind of
upstairs.
old. So, streaming from the GPU is so much better for me. But it's also why I want a new PC partially, so that I can use CPU encoding in these cases. Because I have a 5820K now,
I see.
and I'd like to get a 5900X or a 5950X. Probably not a 5950X, because that is very expensive for very little added benefit.
Right. Oh yeah, Nitro. Good news. I just loaded up the game and checked. It's fully voice acted.
Ugh. Why?
Make a girl cry, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah. Well. Remember, Nitro. The point of this was to make you suffer. And
You're
I
not
think
wrong.
I'm adequately achieving that.
Yeah, you probably are. But yeah, new PC. One of the things I really want to try out is the what's it called, GPU Direct Storage, because I think it can actually be extremely useful for my thesis projects. So I want to see if I can get that working, but it requires
Yes,
Windows
you're totally
11.
not programming.
What?
Like, why do you even want to do chemistry for you just programming anyway?
The things I'm looking at are chemical, sort of.
As in, they'll let you look at molecules for 2 weeks and then you'll be programming for 5 years.
Yeah, basically. I mean, the project that I'm applying for in Heidelberg is the machine learning of localization. So yeah, that would be mostly programming.
I heard that people want to apply machine learning to plasma physics, but...
Ah, fuck. This is one of the
I
areas where
see the
machine learning would
application of-
actually be useful, and not like, oh, we're just gonna throw everything at the wall and see what sticks.
I mean, it would kind of be useful because right now there are problems in plasma physics with lacking. Also, where should we go?
We have to defend
Again.
here a bit.
About lacking theoretical equations. So lots of things are just. We know that in experiments data works like that, so we assume it will work. So just because, like, there is a concept of scaling. It's like you just take all variables, multiply them in some powers like 1.03 or 2 minus 2.175, which make absolutely no sense, but the scaling shows that this is the closest
works.
approximation.
If it works, it
So
works.
machine learning could help with that.
Yeah. No, but it's really good in finding that. And for my application, what I would do is you would have like different
I think we're
frames
falling.
showing. Yeah, we're supposed to. I'm destroying the cables.
Be destroying the Deadpools instead.
The thing is, I do enjoy programming. I just really like when it has a chemistry touch.
I really enjoy programming when it's easy. When it's hard, it fucking sucks.
Well, the thing is, the actual solutions for what I've been developing, they aren't hard. They're actually fairly easy, trivial, but like getting there isn't easy. So it's
Yeah,
like it's not a lot of actual
going from,
programming. It's just a bit of thinking. It's
going from-
like yeah.
Going from an easy, like obvious, trivial solution to an efficient solution is always the hard bit.
Yeah, It's boring when
that's
it's easy.
actually why I'm bad at programming.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying like as in, oh, I just do a hello world or something like that. But if
Yeah.
it's like I spend hours agonizing over something, that's not fun.
The thing, what I'm specifically saying, Baz, is that what the problems that I'm solving, they never require complex solutions, but arriving at that non-complex solution isn't easy. Because like you have to do a lot of theoretical background and backbone work to actually arrive there.
Admittedly, probably the most agonizing bit is when the solution is trivial but extremely work intensive.
Yeah, I've had that a few times as well. For my work, a lot of it is also just, oh, we have to like make sure that students, like literal brain dead people, should be able to use the software. And then it becomes a pain. Also, bye-bye, hamster. Oh, here you are.
Okay. For some reason, on my Gmail address, I just got a message that is a string of random words from random letters with a getFreeBT.htm file to download, and this was sent to like 50 people.
You know, this doesn't sound like a scam at all. I'd do it.
Sounds pretty legitimate.
Okay, not 60, like including such people as LeakSmurf113
You know, I trust that guy.
and Bleach2121XX.
This sounds extremely believable. I don't understand why you're not.
No. I have a question. How the fuck Gmail let the email through?
Oh, it's sometimes its spam filters kind of like hiccup. It's really weird. I've had it happen a few times as well.
Like, I'm kind of curious what kind of virus they could have put in this .htm file.
Oh, they usually do just simple loading of load this file from a remote server, because
Like, I'd really like something like, for example, a site online that you could resend such mail to, and they would run it and show you what they wanted to do.
oh, if you want to do that, just people do it in a VM.
No, I mean like an automated service.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Just be the change you want to see. Why don't you make this, hamster? Sounds like a good
Because I
idea.
Sounds like a lot of
know
effort.
nothing about programming. Oh, good, more flying. Like here's the thing: people think I'm smart. I'm not. I'm pretty good at grasping basics. I'm awful at putting effort. So like basic programming, easy stuff, got it immediately. Pointers and constructors, destructors in C++, get the hell away from me. I
Pointers
don't
are easy.
understand.
They're just, you know,
No,
remember the meme on my Discord server? That's all you need to know.
yeah, but look, just we have arrays and they were nice, and then you put pointers in them and they give all kind of errors, and then they're pointers to pointers and they give
Hell.
different errors and fuck off.
Pointers,
Basically.
pointers, and then when you use pointers as replacements for arrays, like pointer.
I
character
love that
pointer-
shit though, because when you use if you just use an array and then you point to the first member, you can just increment the pointer to iterate over the array. It's fucking amazing. You don't even need to
No,
like.
it's confusing.
No, it's great because you don't have to like mess around with like I'm gonna like some axis whatever integer. You know, just increment the pointer. It's fucking great.
Also bullshit like the fact you can't pass arrays into functions, or you can't return arrays.
Yeah, and
do
then it
pointer magic
starts
with that.
following like, look, here's an array. Okay, now let's make a tree, and tree is a fucking pointer nightmare for me.
To be fair, the issue there is that it's a lot of just like C stuff because you have to pass the length alongside it as well.
Yeah, but in Python the solution is just know which library to use, which is usually NumPy.
Yeah, but Python is trivial. It also is fucking slow as balls.
Yeah, trivial solutions.
Yeah,
in-
but
solutions in Python tend to be very trivial and also equally slow as they are trivial.
I don't care usually because
I mean, if you're doing prototyping like I've been doing for a few things in my internship, it's perfectly fine. The issue becomes when you're like you're coding things in Python that you really shouldn't be coding in Python anymore.
Like what I'm doing, algorithms for efficiency, like algorithms and
Yeah, like
analyzing.
can someone make a language which is convenient like Python, but you know isn't slow garbage?
I'm sure you can do that. Just do it in Java.
How the fuck is Java convenient?
No, it's not. It's horrible.
Everything takes 5 more years to write because you need all the additional stuff in the name.
Look, I really like making a string writer factory. It's great. It really makes me feel like I'm writing enterprise code.
Yeah, you mean Star Trek Enterprise code.
One of my assignments got a deadline extension. I almost forgot to turn in my other assignment.
Well done.
Actually having assignments, wow.
Well, when you become a PhD, well, it depends on how it works in Europe, but you might also have to take courses and then you'll have assignments.
Yeah, you do. You have to take, here in Wageningen at least, you have to take half a year worth of courses.
Like, only... Well, that's not sure that it's the online assignment, but at work we had to set up a profile pic for our team's account.
Oh no.
We were given 2 weeks, I still haven't done it.
To be fair, that sounds like one of those things that I just forget to do and then just quickly grab something at the last minute.
No, I mean, I didn't forget to do, like, I detest taking pictures of myself.
Oh, they had to be like actual pictures of yourself? That's horrible.
Yes.
I'm so sorry for you.
Like, and so for that I'll have to like find a way to make a proper pic, then upload it, and fuck that. Like, what's the point of remote working if people still have to see you?
That's true.
Without my picture there, they can assume I'm a mysterious vigilante, always ready to help whenever they ask me to finally do my program instead of playing Isaac.
Imagine unironically playing Isaac. That reminds me, I need to finish the crowd control. And add the last few effects like kill player.
Probably shouldn't add kill player.
I probably shouldn't, but I know you'd want me to.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't use it. That seems very anticlimactic because I just end the run by clicking kill player.
True. I mean, I blocked basically every single way to kill the player, including like exploding effects when you're on half a heart. I mean, it's still going to be fairly easy to kill the player. Thank you, hamster.
Yo,
But, it's slightly
I
less
thought
difficult.
I was so
Like, I don't
wiping
know.
something else.
I'm actually not even sure what more effects I'd add, since I already have quite a few. I was thinking about maybe a few more shaders, but I hate writing shaders. It's awful.
Oh,
How-
like changing the color of the screen.
Like, you're literally doing
Yeah.
programming for fun. Why do you want chemistry?
God damn it. Because I prefer chemistry. I like advent of code. That doesn't mean I like writing like actual enterprise code. Like actual documentation, fuck that shit. I don't want to have to do that.
You can be like Nix and write garbage stuff for streamers and not get paid.
Yeah, see, that sounds... Yeah, sure, that sounds like something I'd like to do.
I mean, that's already what you're doing with that crowd control.
You're not entirely wrong.
I'm
Thinking people
entirely
document,
correct. That's
yeah.
literally what it is. Bullshit for streamers you're not getting paid for.
I mean, you honestly at this point should just, you just find a job that pays you well for exactly what you're doing right now.
I don't know. From what the issue with programming here is that a lot of it is extremely poorly managed. And there's like
I mean,
a super
lots
shitty
of
work
jobs
environment.
right now are extremely poorly managed.
Like the thing is, I would enjoy doing sure programming I'd enjoy. And it would pay pretty well, but the issue would be the work environment would be shit. And I'm pretty sure the work environment would be a lot better at a PhD, at least here in Wageningen.
Right.
Like, I already talked to my dad about it. He's like, yeah, if you want, you would probably become like not a senior, but like pretty well paid at the IT company he works at, just with the skills I have. And like Peter said
Probably
before as
become
well.
Senior eventually, if you work there, that's how it works. Most of
No,
the
but
time.
like from the get go, like the programming skills are like far
started
above
as a
any of
senior,
the.
Yeah, I
No,
started
No,
new kids.
I mean, you wouldn't get hired as a senior, but you absolutely would get hired as a junior, or maybe like closer to middle.
Yeah, close to middle. Like, pretty sure I wouldn't get hired as a junior.
I mean, it depends kind of on the company, because like in I don't know Google, for example, you wouldn't get hired as a middle.
No, but like those are very stringent, of course. What is going on?
I don't know. I'm dead.
What's happening there?
Also, like I know a couple of well, not classmates that are working in Google. Like, I have no idea why people want. Okay, I know why people want to work at Google. Financially.
Working at Google, like besides the money, sounds like absolute cancer. Like I've never heard a good thing about it.
You're overworked as hell, apparently.
No, I don't think you're overworked. You just do nothing that is useful to anyone.
I think at Google, a lot of time is spent like investigating how things should work and like building tools or shit that no one uses.
Let's see.
Yeah, like you investigate stuff, you rework stuff, you do new stuff.
We did
go to your
it!
boss, and your boss says no one needs it.
I finally got the achievements for complete all campaigns on hard difficulty because this was the last mission I haven't done.
Yeah, but that actually, I mean, depends on
like
the person.
6
That actually might
achievements.
sound amazing. There's no pressure, as in the stuff you work doesn't make or break the company, and you get paid lots of money for it.
No, but like the thing is,
do you
there's
want more
still.
mission or do you want to stop?
No, I think we should stop. I have stuff to do tomorrow, actually. And it's midnight.
And I have my roulettes to run in Final Fantasy.
I have
No, I think the issue with working at Google is that sure you get paid pretty well, but there's like zero intellectual drive. Like you're just pissing time away, basically.
I mean,
But
some
you're
people-
you still get
pissing
work
time away
pressure.
and you're working on your resume because you worked at Google. Also, I kind of think that will start not mattering for companies that do interesting stuff because they'll see that you want to. Maybe not because they'll know you worked at Google. Like, surely you want to do something now and care a bit less about money.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always a bit weird. Doing programming is basically my backup, and my backup is fucking killing myself or working in QA. You know, they both sound about equally fun.
just
Yeah, like my backup was supposed to be programming, but
Well, now it's your mainstay.
you know, I would have to study properly and so on. I'm doing like Coursera. That's about it.
You don't per se have to do proper computer science to actually do programming.
Yeah, but
it's working
like,
IS.
you know the stuff I'm doing
IS.
currently. I probably could do it my whole life.
Okay,
Like
the game's
these
crashing.
are,
Nice.
yeah, I'm just out of 4
Backup is
out of the game.
milk. Embrace fuck no.
Well,
I probably could do it my whole life, but I probably don't want to, because like sure I'm doing it second year and like it's boring but pays, but doing it whole life means I do less coding and more managing, and I'm not sure people would want me to manage anything.
The thing is, the management position, if you enjoy it, can be pretty good because you're a little bit more hands off. You get paid more. And you can
I'd be a
Managerial
god
positions is
awful
you manage
manager
your
though.
herding cats, and you take the flack for it.
Like, I'll be like, I'll be the kind of manager that tries to. Well, again, I'll try to find the way to put least amount of effort and push stuff on others. Like, not by ordering, but by implying. Because I'm not very commanding person. So I'd like to do more like actual statistical stuff. That's why I'm want to get like some Coursera IBM big course about data analysis and so on, just to get. I know some statistics, but just to get more background, so I could switch into like also statistical analysis, but more statistics or more big data or more something.
It sounds like a good idea. A big data pays very, very well because, like,
Just work in IS, like I said, or just work in information system. It pays really well, and you're basically just working in Python all day.
Yeah, the issue is that I think outright programming in those areas is overstaffed. Like, if you, I'm not sure about numbers, but like, no way in hell I'm getting a job as Python programmer here, because there are universities that do nothing but teach
If
people that.
Well,
and
yeah,
if
Python
you
is the only
have-
thing they remember.
if you have
I'm
work
pretty sure you can
experience,
get a job fairly easily.
if you have work experience, you're kind of ahead. It doesn't matter if you don't have a university degree per se. If you have work experience, you're already kind of set.
That's also a good thing. Like, sure, my university degree is in plasma physics, but
Nobody gives a shit about your
you
university
can
degree.
convince people with it that you are not completely retarded.
No, but yeah, exactly. Like, if you have a university degree, that's really like more like basically all you need. Like, quite often, having a master just shows that you can you're not that autistic that you can't sit down for a few months and do a task. That's basically what it proves.
Yeah, that's how I did my master's degree.
My master's, all my master's did was meant that I started as a senior associate rather than a normal associate.
So that's a pay bump.
Yeah, there's
That's
a pay bump.
and the same goes for what I'm doing, and same with the PhD. Like you're gonna get a pay
Well,
bump.
I think, I mean, I'll never know because that went through HR and so on. I don't deal with them, especially now on remote, but I assume my degree only because they are hiring pretty much anyone to teach. They want to hire people to teach, and that they hired me, someone with basically zero work experience, period. Just
Teaching at a
and I
uni
think that
level is extremely like loose, like fast and go, because you don't need an actual teaching degree to do it. It means that you can
no, no, no,
kind of
no.
just
It wasn't teaching. I mean that they were teaching us everything to do. We didn't have to know anything to start the work.
no, exactly. That's the point, right? Because uni teaching is a lot different. You can just do it. Like if I do a PhD, I'd have to go teach, despite
Yeah,
me
yeah. Same
basically want
here.
to like murder kids, kind of.
Okay, it's kind of funny that I was working with my professor's speech that was guiding my me in uh, my bachelor's and master's degree. Uh, at first, before I had my half a year break as a janitor in the uni, I was working under his PhD student, and when I returned from the break, that PhD student ditched him during PhD and left. And that probably should have told me something, but also, after you return, it's not like you can go. Like I don't have the balls to come up to my professor. You know what? I want a different professor
I mean, depending on
to
the system, that's
work
basically
under.
impossible. I know, especially if you have a sponsored one where like your professor.
Oh, your professor's paying for your
Yeah, like the
PhD assistant.
professor's research is basically their grant is paying for you. Like it's impossible.
Yeah, but for PhD, like basically, I think the reason why I'm still officially a PhD student is because like the professor gets something for teaching me, but it doesn't trickle down to me. Like officially, the government pays me this 8,000 rubles, so like $100 per month, if I pass my exams on time, which in Russia actually never happens because students are lazy and we allow a lot of retakes, and also exams are cancer, and so it kind of works out that I think during last 2 or 3 semesters in our group of 10 people, one during one semester had a stipend
Hmm.
because everyone else was too lazy to pass the exam on time or didn't have the correct uh, practical work done to be allowed to pass exam.
That's weird because from my experience, like passing exams is trivial. Like most of
Like,
them you just sit down for a bit and you will pass.
Well, the qualifying exam is apparently not that easy, but I don't know.
no, like the thing is, the exams here are absolute cancer because you study like there's focal practice. It's usually pure theory, and I've checked some basic plasma stuff. We like in half a year we usually study what is like a year and maybe 2 courses in European unis, and then you'll have to during the exam you get a topic and like usually you get like 2 theoretical topics and you have to given like what and well given is actually doesn't matter because usually professor listens to you one by one personally. But let's say like an hour and a half to write down everything you know about it. Then you retell the lecture to the professor basically, and then he can ask whatever questions he feels like you should answer. And I feel that's not the same as European exam, where you know ahead what kind of questions there will be and what kind of problems there will be.
Yeah. You basically know fairly well what's going to be on the exams.
Well, my university doesn't have an exam per se. It has a second year project. Basically, by the end of your second year, you should have something that you can attempt to publish.
Mm.
Like I'm working on having something that I could maybe throw into a conference paper, or on its way to being turned into like an actual journal paper. But the idea is like by the second year, you should be capable of doing something public, like producing something publishable.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
pretty much like what it's to say. What it's here as well.
yeah, and
As
here
opposed to
these
taking an exam.
exams, there are 5 such exams every half a year.
Hmm.
So
So basically, you have a bunch of like we have seminars every semester, basically 2 seminars every semester, and professors talk about their research, and then if you're interested in what they're doing, you can work with that professor and then try to start working on a research paper, and hopefully you can transfer that into a second year project. It's kind of the idea.
yeah, like well, the research is kind of separate from it. It's what, third year? Well, in my area at least, it was third year when you start doing your more sciencey and not just studying 50 Shades of Theory.
I'm already writing models, or at least my professor is getting me to write models, so I'm like thinking about writing analytical models
So,
that can be published.
like, eventually, it's like you have 2 years for your bachelor's degree thesis and 2 years for master's degree thesis. And
And 5 years for a PhD.
I think 4 or 3 here.
Yeah.
I think like you are given 4, but you expected to take 3, something like that.
I'm expected to be able to push out a thesis in 2 to 4 years, basically.
Yeah, but also in America, like it's different that you can go like straight for PhD after bachelor's, and it's
That's not
you are
just
assumed to have
that is not
masters on
just
the way or
America.
something.
That's not just America. I know in
No, I
Europe
know
there's a
plenty of
few
people who do that.
combined.
Yeah, I know plenty of people who've done that.
There's a few combined programs, yeah, here in Europe as well, where you basically tell the university I want to do a PhD 100% sure after, and you basically get a 1 year discount on your masters by doing that.
Yeah, it would actually have been pretty funny, like if I was allowed to just if I was in a foreign PhD, for example, if I was allowed to teach someone and make a course like it is in a Russian university, I think I would get fired before any kind of exam would happen, because it will be just, well, I hope you like theory because I want, and I hope you like writing everything down as fast as I'm telling you. And maybe occasionally I'll ask you if you understand. And if you don't, well, sucks to be you.
Oh
And it
God,
sounds very familiar
I
to the
don't-
way some of my teachers taught as well.
I don't want to have to teach people.
It's gonna be
Dreading the day.
fine. I think it'll be
dreading the
fun.
day.
I look forward to basically torturing kids and saying like, you know what, I don't need
Yeah.
to pass, you do, so I'm gonna be teaching in my asinine ways, and you just have to follow along because it's your
you
Yeah,
life.
have-
yeah, yeah. We're slightly more
So-
of
so-
an issue here is when the students complain and then the parents complain and then the administration's on your ass.
The parents complain with kind of like cursed. Oh wait, you live in America. Never mind. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Parents are basically ignored here because they don't matter. Like
Yeah.
unless you're actively paying the uni as an alumni, the university just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, kind of same here. Unless like you're in a paid programs and parents are paying for you, and they can
Yeah, because
squeeze
we're
their
not
money
government
further to
funded.
make you pass exams, pretty much.
Yeah, we're not government funded, so we kind of care about what students think.
Kind of funny here that the exams are like kind of insane, but as a payoff, like everybody cheats on the exams. Like in theory, you usually aren't allowed when you're writing these two questions for the professor. You're not allowed your lecture conspect or books. You're allowed nothing but your memory. On practice, everybody has it on phones, and I assume professors know it and don't care. Like some started a lot. It's actually occasionally worse when professors allow it. It kind of depends on whether they really want you to test your knowledge or they want to ask you about what you've written down, whether you understand it. Because if the second the exam is actually was fine for me. If the professor was okay, you understand what you've written down, which I tend to understand most of the time, unless it was something insane like hydroelectrodynamics.
That sounds very fun.
Yeah, and like different kinds of waves in plasma and how we should solve them, and especially considering when I come to examine, professor ask me, "Who the fuck are you?"
I've never seen you around. What the hell?
And I say, "Well, remember you asked me the same question half a year ago."
Yeah. Yeah, my concern is that I get dumbasses in my class, like actual like people who are autistic as fuck, and they can't follow along the class, and I get shit for that.
Why would you get shit for
Just
that?
just send them the answer
You mean
key.
when you are teaching people?
Yeah.
I mean, I would. I wouldn't be scared of dumb bosses. I would be more scared of uh, people who think they're entitled because of their status. Let's put it this way. So we don't get banned for
Less of
political
those
views on
people here.
Twitch.
I think we have less of those people here.
Yeah, but by the time you're teaching people, stuff may change.
But
That's also
don't you like, because a university in America costs like, I don't know, $500,000, don't you get people who are at least slightly intelligent and motivated to
No,
do
we
the
also
work?
get
Do
people who bought
you?
their way in.
Isn't currently the most insane state in that way California, which is also the richest
We,
one?
we get plenty of people who pay their way into university.
Yeah, because you have to like pay to get into uni.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, like they just like buy their way in, as in they're clearly not smart enough to be here, but they have money.
Oh, you have like actual entrance exams that matter, you mean? Or
No,
Well,
I
no, it's
assume
like
he means they pay so professors pass their exams.
they backdoor their way in, basically.
It's called corruption, Nigel. Look it
It's
up.
called, yeah, it's also called corruption. Like, what is it like? You if you can't get it, like there's a degree you want, and your scores aren't high enough to get in, so you get in through a program
okay,
that has
okay.
much lower qualifications, and then they transfer you into the other department once you get
Yeah,
once you're
okay,
in.
I see.
Like there
No,
are a lot
because
of ways to get you in when you're clearly not up to the level required.
no, because we don't have buying in here. Like it's irrelevant. The only
Like,
programs
parents will donate
here.
money to the university, and then they'll do that for you.
Yeah, the thing is, the only programs here where you would have any something like that would be the medical ones, where you actually have to do a test that matters. Like every single other course, you can just get in. Like they will kick you out after a year if you perform like garbage. But you can get in. The thing is that you can get like extenuating circumstances to get rid of the getting kicked out after a year thing. So what a lot of people do is that they claim, I don't know, a ton of things basically, and then say, "Oh, I couldn't possibly pass more than 5 tests this year because my puppy died or something." I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah. And in Russia, it all gets much more fun because of mandatory draft for guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably fucks it up too.
Also,
people do it
I'm
to avoid it.
slightly hesitant on teaching programming because what is it? Programming made a lot of sense to me. It kind of clicked for me fairly quickly, but I know that doesn't work for a lot of people. So, and I'm not sure how to teach that. Besides, because like every single time I had an issue with programming, I just like smashed my face against it and brute forced my way through. Eventually, I figured it out.
For programming, at least in my experience, teaching that, which I've done a little, very, 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 very small amount, just give them assignments and let them work their way through, and then help them when they get stuck.
Right.
I
Because-
mean, that depends on what you get assigned to teach now. Because
I'm gonna
like
be
if you're
teaching-
assigned to teach your very first programming course,
No, but if
for
you're the
dummies,
very,
you
very
you
first
can't really
programming
go,
course,
so
I know what languages I'll be
here's
teaching.
Ray, have
I'll be
fun.
teaching
No, but-
Java and SQL.
but the thing is, the very first time, that should basically be how to set up an IDE, how to use it, like how to actually get started, because that can be annoying. But the actual like doing shit, people wrote better tutorials on the internet. I don't know 5 decades before you came along.
I mean,
So
also,
why-
it's like,
There's no fucking way you're gonna like replace WordPress. Sorry, WordPress, Stack Overflow.
yeah.
Like just
You're just
give
not
them
gonna-
an
it's just not gonna
assignment.
happen.
And people
You're
who
supposed
like
to be more like a guiding force rather than
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, but also people will go like, we're paying 100k a year to be here, fucking work.
yeah, no, you're
Instead of telling me, go read Stack Overflow.
No, but it's like you will still help people, because what I had when I followed the introduction for Python course, quite often people just don't see the way that syntax works, right? They see an error and they are physically incapable of reading the error message, so you're basically there to spell it out for them and tell them,
I
no,
had
no,
an
no, no,
error
no.
yesterday
To be
that I
honest,
stared at for 5 minutes. It
I
said like
think the
I
only
had a for
course
loop that it
any
wasn't initialized.
uni needs on programming is learn to debug. Everything else you can do on your own.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Ah.
debugging isn't easy. So actually having someone help you there is very
Having an
valuable.
IDE that helps you debug is so
Yeah,
useful.
because you can tell people like, here is Vim and like the SDK, and fuck, here, have fun. Like that's gonna be completely useless. Like having an IDE that'll tell you, oh, this keyword's wrong, this
think-
keyword's wrong. That's
I think
super
we're expected
duper
to use,
useful.
I think my students are expected to use BlueJ for Java.
Why the fuck just not like IntelliJ's products are great? Why the fuck just not use Eclipse?
I know.
I've developed
used-
in that for my thesis. It was great.
I did C++ in Eclipse, and I'm using what is it, Visual Studio right now, the Community Edition. It feels pretty good for C++.
Yeah, Visual Studio stuff is pretty good for CPP, as well as C#. That's what I'll be using. That's what I used as well when I
How
did
about for Fortran?
Fortran, I have no idea.
I mean, I told
Fortran. I
this,
think the best IDE is Suicide. I think that
I
works
know.
pretty well.
Is a notepad.
No. Oh god. To be
I know,
fair,
I-
I have written code in Sublime before.
the worst thing I use is
Why do you
actually
think I had
show it
half
here.
a year as a janitor?
Visual
that
Studio
was all
Code.
Fortran.
That's what I use quite often as well for Binding of Isaac stuff now. Look, it's C sharp. Technically, I'm programming in C sharp. Isn't it lovely?
Oh, oh yeah. Also, I know a lot of people who just don't know how to use Stack Overflow.
How the
It's like
fuck do you not know how to do
Overflow,
that?
for example.
No,
Don't
when I was
sh-
doing my introductory courses, like basically I was doing my introductory courses, and so these are people who have never seen a text file
Look
before,
at this. It's beautiful.
and then they're just looking at problems. These are clearly trivial. Well, I wouldn't say incredibly trivial problems. They might be slightly like, oh, if you don't know how to think about it, it can be deceptive. But the moment you know what angle to approach it from, it becomes trivial. And it's just like they just don't know how to use Stack Overflow, so they ask us. They end up asking a bunch of like really stupid questions, and they're just like, if you Google it and went to Stack Overflow, the first answer would tell you link would tell you the answer.
To be fair, learning how to Google is 90% of programming, and it's not always easy. because you really need to have the the 4 or 5 correct keywords.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, you're
keywords.
just gonna
A lot
get
about keywords.
garbage. Like, put in as much as you need and nothing more, because
Read the fucking manual. Yeah, no, that doesn't
read
work.
the documentation.
Nice joke, Bass. Nice joke.
Actually,
God.
reading documentation, please.
Oh no, what was it? When I was working on the graph generation, I found some documentation, some libraries for it, and the documentation was absolute hell to sort through. So I just gave
I
up
had
on
that as
it.
well. It's just like with the Binding of Isaac stuff, for example, documentation was super shit. For ImageJ, when I worked on during my thesis, garbage. Like, half the time you're just throwing shit at the wall and just reading through the source code to figure it out, because
Oh,
doesn't
seeing
work.
your code reminds me. Do you know how many people at my work use dark theme for their AD?
I have a feeling the number is way too low.
The number is me.
Oh, that's sad.
I use light theme
Jesus
just because that's
Christ.
how I learned it, and I'm used to
The
it.
fuck is wrong with you? Dark theme, like, actually, like, the thing is, I use Notepad in light theme because
I
the
use
dark theme
Notepad in
fucks
dark
it up.
I use
It
I
fucks
don't
it
use
up.
Notepad. I just use the Sublime. So my Sublime's in dark theme.
But when I put it in like dark mode, it fucks everything up, so I can't use it. Is why I use Visual Studio Code for everything.
Why don't you use Sublime? God.
I'm just used to Notepad++.
Actually, I have a
I know,
dumb
I
question.
know. There's a, I know
Is
there's
there
a dark
mode
mode,
for
Baz.
Excel.
Yes.
I think
Yes,
I
they
just-
actually added it a little while ago. It looks really weird.
the thing is just like I just used whatever the default was, and then for all my programming software, and it's always in light theme, so I just never
Let's see.
changed it.
They actually added dark themes to
I should probably use dark theme for
the
Visual Studios.
office stuff, and it looks really weird. This is how it looks.
What is the advantage of using Visual Studio Code over Visual Studio Community Edition?
Visual Studio Code is very much a special text editor, where Visual
Okay.
Studio it doesn't have stuff built in.
Yeah, it doesn't have a compiler, which from what
It's
I
a
understand-
lot lighter. Yeah, like VS Code is basically a text editor, but you can use like Git from in here, and I have like code completion for Lua and for languages, but
Right.
there's no like compile button. You would have to do
Right,
that from the terminal.
Got
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's basically a text editor, just fancier. And VS Code has a ton of like pre-build events, post-build events, compile it to a DDL, compile it to an EXE,
Yeah, I'm
compile
just
it
gonna
for
stick
which
with-
CPU, etc., etc., etc.
I'm gonna stick with Community because I don't want to have to deal with terminal bullshit.
No. If you're actually developing in C++ or in C#, VS Code, VS Community Edition is just the way to go, because it's better.
It's just heavy.
VS Code I used it a lot for mod development
Yes.
for EU4
Podium.
because there's a plugin that adds code completion for Paradox mods. And stuff like that. And I use it for developing the Lua mod for Binding of Isaac, and like I can still get code completion for the CS part by just having the CS proj file linked to the correct DDLs. Like it's super flexible. Like it won't compile it, but it'll read the project file and correctly link it to the DDLs.
This is CS. Wait, what the hell is a .cs project file?
That is the project file that's also what you will have in your Visual Studio. It's basically, it lists the compiling elements. Yeah, it's a C# project file.
Okay.
It lists the DDL files that you're using as a reference.
I've never coded in
and
C#,
it-
so.
It lists before and after builds. You will never need to touch this because normally you'd edit it from within the IDE. But I had to like manually link the SDK stuff for crowd control.
Good night.
So, yeah.
Hey, good night, hamster. See you later.
I remember when I first started using Eclipse, when I first wanted getting it set up on my PC, I had to do a lot of path manipulation, path editing, and that was really annoying.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain
and the average
sometimes.
person has absolutely no idea how to do that.
But yeah, look, so for example, in like a normal text editor, you can't really do anything. But here you can, for example, to just no, but you could also go to an implementation. I don't know what's the code definition. That's was it? I keep forgetting. Why is it not?
Autofilling
telling me the proper
autofilling variable names is
one?
quite useful when you have
Here, so
lots of
like I
variable
can
names.
go to a definition and it'll tell me, oh, it's defined in crowd-controlled games.ddl, and this is the
That's true.
definition for that. So
That is
it'll do quite a lot more than just a simple text editor, but you don't need it. Like, this is super lightweight. It works super fast. And of course, you have Git control from inside it and stuff
I
like
do
that.
realize that Visual Studio, the community, the full package, does run a lot slower compared to
Yeah, because
like,
because it
text
does a
editor.
ton. It does a ton of checking, a ton of
Yep.
other crap, and I like it because you can just do things quickly in VS Code. And like the community, they're really built for projects. It's like I use VS Community Edition for Advent of Code because there's
Yeah,
no
like just-
fucking way that I'm gonna do that in VS in VS Code because it's just such a pain.
Yeah, if I'm just gonna use a text editor, I'll just use Sublime though. If I'm writing, like I've written Python code just like, I don't need to compile it. I just need to write it and then like send it to somebody or something like that. So I just write it in Sublime.
Not actually using PyCharm for that. Man, my code is
I use
impeccable though.
PyCharm,
It's great.
I just use Sublime. God damn it.
Look at this bastard. This is actual networking code, very technically speaking. Isn't that fantastic? I love it.
Oh god, I don't want to write anything that uses network code or interacts with a server. I don't want to do that.
I love when I write this. Oh, it's great.
That one time I wrote PHP, it fucking drained the soul out of me.
It sounds
like,
awful.
what is it? I basically had to set up my own server on I set up my server on my PC. So just like, I just had to connect with the home address. So I basically had to, oh my god, communicating with the server was so bullshit.
Hey, want to see some cancer? I shader code is absolutely horrible.
PHP is cancer because it has 3 languages on one page. You have PHP, HTML, and CSS.
That sounds
It's
awful.
Absolute cancer.
That sounds awful.
It is in the same document, which is
that shouldn't be allowed. That's just wrong.
But that's how you write it though, because the PHP has to be written on the HTML file, and the HTML file includes the CSS to actually style the thing, so it's not a blank fucking page. It's so ass. Like,
I'm very happy I never have to write CSS.
If you want to build a website
PHP.
from scratch, if you want to build a website from scratch, basically, and you want to maneuver between pages, that's all PHP stuff. It's like passwords, storing passwords, all that stuff. That's PHP.
Sounds like SQL.
Well, yeah, sort of. You're interacting with a server, but SQL is like specifically for data storage. This is just you send a query to the server returns something back, and you're either allowed or not allowed to go through. And it's
I'm talking bullshit. I know what SQL is.
It's so painful. Holy shit. I think I remember waking up like 8 a.m. that day and then working till 8 p.m. that day to finish the project. And at the end of it, I had such a raging headache.
That sounds that sounds about right. Man.
Like I didn't eat because it's just like I just had to get it done.
It just work. Just pure work.
Working, yeah.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
It was absolute ass. Well, the only reason I had to do that was because it was a team project and the other 2 team members didn't want to do it till then. So I was like, god, well, sure, I guess I'll do that then. So the thing is just like, it was also, I just constantly having to update the code from like, so we're using GitHub, right? So we just had to build branches and constantly merging them and stuff like that. And then unmerging them when something broke. Oh, it was so painful when somebody adds something to a branch and you add something and you merge it and then it breaks when it was working before. Oh, fucking sucks.
And Nitro is the kind of guy who would run arbitrary SQL written in client-side JavaScript. I would, actually. Yeah, that sounds like a very good idea. I'm actually going to maybe write a mod for Cookie Clicker because I want to improve the stock market game.
I had an assignment.
So I might
I fucking hated.
have to do that in JavaScript.
I had an assignment that I fucking hated. It was in C++. It was a interface. It was a C++ interface with SQL. So basically, it was a C++ interface that did all the memory management for accessing a SQL server. It was
It just sounds awful.
so much hell. Yeah, it was so much hell. I had to build what was it? Memory blocks. I had to build memory blocks. And then it's like, oh, and it was like you pull something from SQL and it's just like it's supposed to be a page of information. Does it fit in the memory block? If not, I have to segment it. And then I have to do that in a sane manner. And it fucking sucked.
It sounds like a lot of fun, I have to say. You know, really.
Or not if you have a week to do it. It was absolute goddamn hell. I was basically the last day staring at it in the labs, and I could not figure it out how to do it in time. I think I did not get full score for that.
Yeah, I'm kind
But
of
not
glad
many people
I
did.
didn't do computer science. This sounds
No,
like hell.
This is specifically data structures.
Okay,
Data
but
structures and
I've
data
done data courses like big data, but that was mostly working with pandas and
Yeah, no. This
SQL.
is very much rooted in the
Yeah,
CSS
like-
department as opposed to be in the
Exactly.
business school. If you were in the business school, you do stuff like pandas. Pandas is super easy.
Oh, it was trivial. That course was it was a bit weird because we were supposed to like just analyze some data that we got in the pandas format.
Yeah.
But I was, most of my fellow students couldn't code for shit. So it was always fun having to fix their stuff halfway through.
Yeah. People who can't code for shit. I had to do so much code fixing when I worked in team projects. It's just like,
Oh,
come
yeah.
to me with a problem. They come with me a problem. It's like, hey, I want to do this. Like, okay, do it. And then they do it, and it's just like, it doesn't work. It's like, well, what's the problem? They show me the code, and it's absolute ass.
Oh, I've done many, many times. I mean, for a soft matter programming project, I basically to rewrite all the code at the end to make it work. For a geoscripting assignment at the end, we had like a week to basically do a project, and we were supposed to do it in pairs. And I realized that almost everyone there was fucking incompetent, despite them being master student, and I was a bachelor. And
I
this
feel like
Greek
master students are particularly incompetent.
and a Greek girl came up to me and said like, "Hey, I don't have a partner. Can I work with you?" And I was like, "No. Fuck off. I don't want to do that. I want to work alone." And I remember watching her presentation that she actually had to do it alone as well, which was because I thought she'll find someone else, but no. And her presentation was kind of shit,
Nice.
and mine was really good.
Nice.
But yeah, it's like a lot of people. That course was kind of fun because we had to like review each other's work every single day or every few days.
But you're working alone.
I was working alone, so my work was almost always very good. Like you were great, so I got like 9s and 10s, so top
Right.
grades. And other people like they were incapable of following instructions. So you'd get like the first assignment was literally write a function that execute these lines, and people would just not make a function, just like one code block.
Yeah, I do some weird things with regard to it's specifically with programming stuff and requirements and instructions. I tend to be very much tend to try to write more general code. So it's like, oh, so it does exactly what your instruction says, but it can also not do that. And I don't know why I keep making myself do that. It's more fun that way though.
The thing is, it's like kind of preparing for things. If you start thinking in modular ways, it becomes a lot easier to adjust things. Because say we had another assignment where you had to like be able to fill in a municipality name or a country name and then get the map of that country just using some APIs, right?
That's fairly easy.
So it was trivial, but people just wouldn't do it because they would just like copy the same code block 3 times and not realize that, hey, we could just write a function to do this for us.
I tried to make, like, what was it from the thing I was writing? I tried to put everything in functions as much as possible. Obviously, modular coding is sane coding, so I don't have like 30,000 lines. But God, it's annoying thing is when you have you have function and you have another repeat of the function almost word for word the same, except like 2 lines are different. Because those 2 lines are different, you can't use it at the same function.
But that's fine. Like if sometimes it just
annoying,
happens.
though.
I know, but you could in theory get around that with a few, hacks. But at that point, you're kind of just introducing complexity.
Yeah, I'm increasing the complexity, or I could just fine. I'll copy paste it, write 2 extra lines of code, and then just forget about it.
Or yeah, what best? I mean, in theory, you could just reevaluate the code and see what you can and can't
Well,
reuse,
yeah, if
and
I
if
was
you need the
smarter,
two
then
functions,
I
yada,
wouldn't
yada,
be
yada.
learning this subject. now, would I?
Or do an if statement, just have it switch between the two. Could
Yeah,
also
I
work.
guess it's also theoretically possible. Is I just take the more complex one and then just run an if statement in it.
The thing is, um, if the function changes significantly, it becomes more confusing with naming the function.
Yeah, but the issue with doing if statements is it adds extra runtime. If you know in the first case, it's absolutely never going to require that if statement, and the second case is always
I
going to require
mean,
that if statement. You're
unless
adding
that
runtime.
function gets called like every 5 milliseconds,
Well,
it
yeah,
won't
it
matter.
gets called off. Well, yeah, it's a function that gets called often.
But even then, an if statement, if done properly, will cost like a cycle or two more.
Yeah, but the
Like
point is, if you're running
if
that,
statements
if you run
are
that cycle,
cheap.
If you run that cycle like thousands, hundreds of thousands of times.
Yeah,
then
but
it
if
does-
the entire
it does
function
work.
costs like 500, it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, fair.
Like the thing is, it's all relative, and clean code, like that's something that is a folly for a lot of people, and I do as well. Probably is just optimizing where you don't need to optimize. But that said, if the function is so different between the two that it would become unclear, then yeah, just make 2 functions.
Right.
Because clarity of code is super important. Like seeing a function and knowing what it does is like just the name and knowing what it does is
Yeah.
kind of important for readable
Yeah,
code.
it's kind of important. Yeah.
Like I don't care about that shit when I'm coding Advent of Code, but because I'm the only one who's ever going to use that. But for
Yeah,
the
I'm
thesis
only one who's
project,
ever
I
gonna
did that
use-
quite a bit.
I'm the only person who's gonna ever use this code. I guess technically the TA would read it, probably won't ever run it, maybe run it once.
Oh,
But they won't be building off that code at all. So
No, exactly. During the geoscripting project, we were supposed to design a script that would produce your presentation, basically like the graphs, and it was supposed to be run from scratch, right? It would get the data from the relevant APIs and such, but I actually got my data from NASA. The thing is, NASA is American and it's funded by the government, and the
Right.
time of the finalizing of the assignment was right around the time that the US government shut down due to the
Oh.
budget issues. So like all the APIs weren't working because the servers were down. So I like told them,
that's
oh, by the
tragic.
way, this won't work. So here are 2 4 GB files that you need to use, and they just couldn't figure it out. I literally told them, you change this one line of code and give it the file path and it'll work. And they were like, I can't, it doesn't work, I'm not sure. It was horrible.
That's such an edge case.
Yeah, just in case the US government shuts down, but I already knew it was happening.
Yeah, my script stopped working because the U.S. government shut down. God,
It
that's
was
so edge case.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, clearly these are the edge case optimizations we need to code for.
Just in case, just
Just
download
in
it
case,
yourself.
right?
Man.
Like, what is it? Have like a try and try like a try function.
Just
like
keep
if this-
keep retrying. Just like keep
Yeah, yeah.
checking if the servers are up, and then like check. I don't know
No,
that you.
What I'm saying, like, if it tries it, if querying it and it throws back like I don't know what kind of response you get if you can't query the page, but if it receives that, then immediately just go straight to the file path.
Yeah, it was.
Could have done that probably.
No, but the thing is, they needed to like actual change the code. Like they did to like put in their own file path because they didn't have time to actually put in a file selector because that wasn't part of the assignment either. And what I actually had done at some point, like processing those files was quite costly, like took about half an hour to do because there were 2 4 GB files. You have to like compare them with each other. So it's like an n squared operation.
Oh, that's disgusting.
So I just pre-processed them and then put the pre-processed objects in my folder because that's kind of nice about R. You can do the same with MATLAB. Like you can save
Right,
an object and just reload it back in.
right.
So I just did that.
You basically save an image of the.
Yeah, you basically save the object. So I
Save
just
states.
loaded that back in. Yeah, kind of. And that worked very well. And I even included that file, like saying, "Oh, if this doesn't work, use that." And they they couldn't figure it out.
Incompetence at the
Yeah,
highest
but
level.
these people are so stupid. You kind of get used to it. Yeah, it's my girlfriend. She says that I need to go to bed and that Cookie Clicker is a stupid game, but she is a stupid game.
I see. Oh, there's a cookie that's counting down from 45. I have no idea
I
what
know
that is.
it's a golden cookie, and I click and I get a bonus. And if I
See.
had enough magic, I could summon another one, but I don't.
Unfortunate.
I know, right?
I see your grandmas have become particularly demonic.
My grandmas are very angry at the moment. I have a very look, doing very, very well. The programming I did during geoscripting was very fun because it was very goal orientated. So it was very much like here's a target and work towards it. And those were really, really, really fun. I had to do it in R, which sucked, but the other
R is
option.
Wait, R is interpreted also, so.
Yeah, there wasn't really a.
We weren't. Can you compile R, or is it only interpreted?
I think it's only interpreted. The issue there was that we were only taught the systems in Python or R, so you were fucked no matter what.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can compile Python. I don't know why you would, but you can compile Python. I've never done it, but I've heard you can do it.
For Python, what you can do is you can use PyPy. Because Python is normally compiled in C, but there's actually a faster version compiled in Python. It's about twice as fast. It's still not as fast as C++ or another compiled language, but it's better.
You can get some extra performance out of that.
Yeah, because it's just a drop-in replacement. You just use a different exe to execute. It's pypy.exe instead of py3.
Right. God. Yeah, I haven't programmed in C for quite a while. I just haven't done much programming in a while. I forgot how much optimizing my code is, how much of a habit that is.
I mean, it's something you just get into. You just get used to doing.
It's just scrolling through my code. I realize, oh wait, I could shuffle these lines around, like change the ordering of it, and get a little bit more like reduce
a little more performance, where you can like remove these if statements, etc. etc. I had that a bit as well, but I had to do that for my thesis project because that would run for about 30 minutes before I optimized it, and would run at about 5 afterwards, because it's all about data, like moving the data around efficiently. It's also why I kind of like to use the direct storage from NoVideo, it's Windows 11 actually, because that means I could read in data directly from a hard drive to a GPU.
Right. Yeah. This algorithm assignment's all about efficiency. So what is it? I need to write code that's what is it? Nlogn, which is annoying. N squared code is so easy to write.
It was nlogn is already,
It's pretty. Nlogn is pretty good.
It's a lot better than n squared.
N squared is really easy to write though. N squared code is trivial to write in most cases.
I mean, because it's looping. You're just looping over all the options, and then you're kind of done.
I had to write a recursive function rather than loop through all the options.
I mean, even if you do smart culling, like you can already make a function extremely easily. Just make it n or log n.
N, yeah. Linear code is not easy to write.
Linear code really depends on the application. Like it really depends on the algorithm you're using.
Certain problems can't be linear.
Because the thing is, you can spend as long as you want on every single option, every single step, as long as you aren't doing it twice. Right. Makes it technically n.
Technically n, yeah. But yeah, what is it? God. Oh, it's like, what is it? I don't think my code ever runs to nlogn most of the time. It's probably like runs more like n. But
I mean, you aren't working on the datasets where that's actually relevant.
Yeah.
Because big O notation is for like infinite datasets. Because normally the on plus c, that extra bit is is relevant with most real world.
It's quite
cases.
interesting when you like. I checked some like Stack Overflow, like discussion forums for like performance of algorithms, and I remember people were saying like, "Oh, this algorithm is theoretically more efficient, but nobody ever uses it because it's only more efficient at like data sets the size of like trillions and like
Yeah,
quintillions, and like
but
that's
they're-
not just like
yeah.
not realistic numbers."
But there are some more cases like that where like, okay, this algorithm is better if you have like 100 or so elements in a list. And otherwise you just use a theoretically better one. That happens quite often.
Right, you use theoretically worse functions just
Yeah.
because they run faster at lower numbers.
Yeah, because sometimes you can load everything into memory. For example, like if you can load an entire dataset into a memory,
Oh,
it
yeah,
becomes
yeah.
you like cache hits become relevant and cache misses. It's what It's what I did with my internship thing as well, like making sure that the data is actually aligned as much as possible in the cache.
My professor was talking about that as just since memory has become like previously when he was learning this stuff, memory was like not as there just wasn't as much memory, like basically caching
It wasn't
things-
as smart. You just
Yeah,
had
no, I mean-
memory full stop. That's what you had. Maybe a level
yeah,
1
like,
cache.
he would have maybe a couple kilobytes or megabytes of memory, but now we have gigabytes, tens of gigabytes of memory, so we can really just kind of use memory a lot more liberally.
Yeah, but
And-
execution speed does become very important in some cases because
Yeah, well,
having
the
to
point is
copy
if you can
memory
hold
like
things in memory, you don't have to read it again.
no, but the thing is, even if you have to, even if you have it all in memory, actually doing executions on it isn't very fast if you do it poorly.
I guess yeah, if you're accessing memory. Oh, that's why you use like hash algorithms for that.
Exactly, or you use arrays where the data is in consecutively in memory.
Right, if it's
so
indexed,
if you
that's true. You
loop
don't have to
over
iterate.
it, if you loop over it, the CPU already knows I'm going to just prefetch this entire array because the chance of you accessing all of it is extremely large.
That's true. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, but still, like more memory is generally made things more efficient.
Yeah, it's the yes and no. It's on the one hand, it made people sloppy
Oh, that's
because you
also
see it
true.
quite often where like this 2D side-scrolling game like uses way more memory and way more of everything than it should because it's coded like shit. Because
yeah,
people
this
don't
was a-
care.
This is a discussion I have with my friends. Like one of my friends is an engineer. Like so, one of my friends is a CS major, and the other one's an engineer. So like I was talking about my problem, like, oh, I need to dynamically allocate memory. My engineer just went, well, just pick the highest number that you'll ever go to and just allocate that much.
Fuck. Yeah, that doesn't work if your highest number is like the maximum a float can be, or like a long int.
Well, no, I mean it's an amount of memory that I can't allocate, but it's just like, well, yes, technically, but in a lot of cases, I'll be only using like 2% of that.
Yeah,
So-
that is actually exactly the same thing that happened to an old plugin where they made a histogram with like one slot for every value, and that was for a 16-bit value. So you had 2 to the 16 sized array for every pixel in an image. That's not very efficient, especially when most of your values are going to be below like 10,000.
Right.
So
So it's just like, it's like just basically from the engineer perspective, just go to the option that works, right?
Like, you're not wrong, but it's
Yeah, it
extremely
works.
inefficient.
It's also very
But-
inefficient and very
but-
inelegant.
But that's exactly the issue. Like people aren't like, sure, you can do this. It's a terrible idea, but it's the whole if it works attitude,
Right.
which is fine for prototyping. But like, if that shows up in production code,
Well, it's more of the issue of like if doing that, like allocating that much memory to it would cause for other issues down the line. If it doesn't, then it's kind of okay if it's really fast to do. Especially if you're like making a product that just has to be good enough.
I mean, if it has to be good enough, like a proof of concept, then it's fine. But like that program I mentioned, like it would crash if you would feed in an image with a frame size larger than 200 by 200.
Oh,
And like
because
cameras these days record 1,000 by 1,000 easily.
Right.
And it would not tell you. It just tried to allocate it, and a JVM would try to allocate like 200 gigabytes of memory, and it would say, "Nope, I can't do that," and just crash.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, but it's less fun when your professor comes to you. It's like, I don't understand why this keeps breaking, and you're like, "This like I can see this within 5 seconds." Of course, then fixing it is a fuck ton of work. Because
the reason why people use these brute force approaches is they're really easy.
Simple. Like the replacement for this, it's extremely robust, but it's very opaque. Like it's not easy to see what is actually happening. And one of the issues I had when debugging is that like at one point the values in an array don't actually correlate directly to the values in the image, like the pixel values. So I'd have to like do some jiggery pokery to actually get that to show up properly.
So there's some function of the value basically.
It was actually it was mapped to another value. So basically, what you would do is you would have, say, you have an image that contains a lot of zeros, a lot of ones, and then one pixel that it has the value 1,000,000. Then you just map those to a different array that has value, at spot 0 it has 0, spot 1 has 1, and at spot 3 or 2 it has 1,000,000. So you can then remap the original image to that, and then you only have 3 numbers that are all consecutive.
Right.
And then at the end, you map it back to what the original values were. And this allows you to actually have that range of a histogram without having to allocate a million wide array. And the fun thing is that the way that we built this is by actually going through the image and checking every single unique value and making a map out of that. And that is almost always better than just making an array of size like 1,000 and just hoping for the best.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, the obvious issue is you need to read through the array.
Yeah, so array. It makes the implementation, it makes it actually no, it's still ON. It's O2N technically, because we need to read through it once and then we process all the pixels. But the thing is, that means we can actually work with arbitrary large data sets. And the only way this will break is if your image stack, like frames, somehow has over, 4 or 5 million unique values, which is never going to happen because they're almost always like photon counts. So they're like from 0 to a few thousand.
Right. Yeah. There's just a lot of
It's a lot of like theorizing in this case, like what can happen, because the issue was that the previous plugin wasn't made with like anything more than their specific setup in mind.
Right.
So the whole goal of this,
yeah, I feel like a lot of this kind of work is basically how much do you want to how much work do you want to do now or like before
or later?
After, like, yeah.
A lot of it is like figuring out design limitations, because with this plugin specifically, we already knew the actual thing to apply. It was just a very simple mathematical application. But actually, like making sure it never breaks, that's difficult. So like figuring out, okay, what are the design limitations? Like what bit depth will this be used on? Because the cameras that we use, they have weird bit depths. We have cameras that produce 12-bit images. So you need to know, how does this get ingested? What does it get aligned to? How do I process this without losing precision? Because in science, people get angry if you just start lopping off data left and right.
That is true. Yeah. Like, what is it? Like the code I wrote for my graph generation, it technically quote unquote breaks down if you make your graph smaller than 3, because the way my generation works is that I like the math I did for calculating edges and stuff like that. If you have your node less than 3 at 2, then the math breaks down. I do some sort of weird math. I throw some sort of weird math error, and it's just like, well, are you really gonna make a graph that's the size 2?
I mean, yeah, why not? It should work. I mean, like, just write the specific case for that.
It's just so stupid. It's just like, I mean, sure, you could do it,
but people are stupid, and like your code won't be. Your code won't be used in production. The thing is, I have run my code on like 1x1 pixel images that are like 50 frames just to see if it works, because I needed to be 100% sure that it wouldn't break.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, you're doing a 5550. It's like if you're checking 1x1 pixels to see if it works.
Yeah, but I also had stuff where like if I had an even window size, it would work fine. But if I had an odd one, the last frame would be completely black. It's
I can see how that might cause issues.
and it's a lot of stuff like that. That just like you have to make sure it works.
I mean,
I'm sure if I choose no. I was thinking if I choose a window size of 1, I think it might break.
Right.
But that is like it would be extremely stupid. As in if you enter this, you're dumb. Just write some tests. I really wanted to. The issue is that creating an image, like a custom image from script, means you have to handwrite almost all the values, and that is not fun. The thing is that testing this is something I really should have done, but just designing good tests would have taken at least another month or 2. Because the software stack was so complex. And you have to test not just the simple implementation, but also the whole stack. Like opening ImageJ, loading in an image via the 15 different methods that it gives you, and then making sure that it works. And then, of course, you have macros as well that I had to support. That was a fucking mess, because ImageJ internally assigns different keywords to your options than you might. So because I used the same, it grabs the first word of the description for it. So if I had a few things called value of, so it would call them value 1, value 2, value 3. You're like, what does this mean?
See, this is why I have a very tenuous relationship with libraries, because sometimes they're very useful. Other times they're very fucking stupid.
It was such a pain to sift through that.
When they do things in very oddly specific ways for no reason.
Might have been able to grab that.
It's just like, why? Why? This just complicates like anybody who wants to build off your code.
See if I can actually grab the right project and show you here. FTM2. You're not allowed to see this. What a shame.
Sorry.
Maybe someday. Still haven't published that goddamn manuscript, but not well. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's see, where did I write that again? This whole plugin is written so horribly. Oh yeah, one of the things I did is that instead of actually doing keyword processing, I just wrote a giant switch statement, because I really fucking hate dependencies, and I really...
Can you enumerate? Can you just use an enumeration?
I probably could have. But here you can see like file 0. It's like stuff like that. It's great. It's great.
You know, I once had a massive brain fart. I don't know why. I was just like really tired, and it was the night of the assignment was due. I iterated a loop with if statements.
Oh, that.
Like basically, like it's basically it loops, and then you have if statements inside that does different things, right? Well, yeah, I just removed the loop and then copy pasted if statements for like 1,000 lines.
Oh God. Can I show that? Yes, I can. Oh boy.
It was
Let me show you
bad.
some of the best code that I've. So what I did is I had to write a piece of code that would modify a Excel file, right? And I was writing a ton of columns. So I go from A. So from after A, you go to Z. Sorry, from Z you go to AA, right? And then from AZ you go to BA. Coding that in doesn't sound difficult, right? Well, I tried that with a recursive loop. It didn't go so well. So what I decided to do...
Use Unicode to do that. Or like
what I did at the end was this. It was great. It works, but it's really horrible.
What awful code is this?
It's...
Wait, use... Why using keys? What the fuck?
Well, it's a library.
Oh right, okay.
It's a dictionary. I mean,
Oh, okay. Well,
but
that's
like
fine.
I couldn't get the column to increment properly when I would make this like 3. So I just did this. Just did 3 nested calls and it works. And it's
Oh.
absolutely horrible. Because like
Assume this
I
Assume
couldn't.
this runs like ass.
Oh, it runs fine because it's only runs on like maybe a few hundred items.
I guess that's fair.
The thing is, like, I just it just really works that weirdly because, sometimes you add on another A at the start and sometimes you don't. And I kind of got lost in like, okay, what the fuck am I doing here? So I just said fuck it.
Can you do some ASCII value math for this?
Well, that's what I normally do. Like here, you can see that. But
When
because
it exceeds the z value, you can do a mod and then increment the a or something.
yeah, but the thing is, you need to increment the value before. So from AAA, so from AAZ, you go to ABA,
Right.
and that makes it a bit difficult.
Well, you could just have a separate value for each of the 3.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but I was like, I don't want to spend too much time on this, so fucking hell, I just couldn't be bothered. This is in general pretty janky setup because what I did is
you can just have a list with 3 values and increment off that. Like just do module math every single time you increment, you do module math, and then if it exceeds that, like if you mod it and you get a 1, then you just increment the previous value.
I had to
That's what
leave for a
know.
second.
I don't know if that works for what you're doing.
I couldn't hear what you were saying because I had to open the door.
Like, what is it? Do some module math. Like, basically, when you increment the number every single time. And
it probably would have worked.
If it mods to greater than 1, you increment the previous value.
Yeah,
Like a 3, and like
the
in
thing is,
a list of three items.
You can solve this like fairly easily in a lot of ways. But I'm stupid. What's that Elf Inc. over 1 doing there? Don't think about it. It doesn't need to be there anymore. I can basically make this 1 anyway, or I have to open another door. But this is code to process stuff measured by a DMA machine, and that's why I have to like look for just bytes divisors. Right. Regardless, that is my cue to go.
Right. Oh, your girlfriend came all the way over just to tell you to sleep?
Other girlfriend, Hannah.
I see.
All right.
Yeah, I have some pretty awful code I'm writing right now. Like, what is it? Instead of having it output to like a CSV file, I'm just copy pasting it on the output terminal.
Oh, that's horrible. No, that's horrible.
Too lazy to do it. Okay.
Horrible. Anyway, good night.
See ya.
See you later.